as ever and cute as could be. You can watch us on YouTube with video for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody! Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Victory Monday. Look, it's Labor Day. That's fine, although I took plenty of days off last week, which I had a fantastic weekend. I mean, I can't tell you. We'll get into all that, but it was the coup de grace with some squeaky cheeks. Nervous. Energy was, I thought we were heading to Blowout City. I really thought we had 2 tickets to Blowout City, and then all of a sudden, right around when a drive lasted like 30 seconds for the Canes, my cheeks went like this, mic'd up. And I was nervous, dude. I was nervous there, but the Canes pull it out. That kicker from FAU, what's his name, Carter Davis? Shout out. Did I get that? Hey.
Yes, I think that's correct.
Hey, the first thing I was introduced to with him, you know, is they showed that graphic, Brittney, 4 for 11. And I was like, oof, on the television. You were there, boots on the ground.
Yeah, I was boots on the ground.
So on the television, they show, oh, yeah, they got this new kicker. He won the competition, 4 for 11. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we're gonna have to have that in my game. Don't do that anymore, ESPN. I don't want to know anything about these kickers. Just let me say, hey, he won the kicking competition. I would have been fine. But all I had in my mind all game was 4 for 11 at FAU. That's all I had in the entire time, because all I thought to myself was, well, this is going to come down to hoot hoot kicking.
I know. I was like, of course it would.
Of course it would.
Of course it would.
Of course.
Why else would it?
I thought it would. As you could hear, poor Brittney. Brittney had the time of her life.
I did. I really tried not to scream.
I didn't think you were going to that game.
I wasn't. I literally was not going. And then Saturday at like 4:00. No, I know it's so bad. I'm trying to find like a good octave to speak at. At 4:00, my friend calls me and she's like, "Do you want a ticket? We have an extra ticket." And I was like,
wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I ended up going.
Oh man. And you sound like you had a time.
Oh, I had a time.
Wow.
That's what happens. This is what happens when Notre Dame fans were sitting in front of me.
Oh my
and they were
God.
making me so upset.
That is amazing.
I was like, no, I can't yell. I kept telling my friends, I was like, do not let me scream. Like, seriously, you guys, do not let me scream. And then they were like, they could not stop me. I was like, they kept telling me, Brittney, shut up. And I was like, no, I refuse.
I mean, you must have been, not only that, but like you had the weather be crazy. I couldn't even imagine containing yourself in a situation like that.
I got poured on. You should have seen my feet. When I took off my shoes, when I got home, I had the wrinkles, like, you know, when you get the wrinkles.
Oh, yeah, pruny.
I was so pruny. My feet were so pruny. They were just swimming in my shoes all day.
Wow. Okay, so how many, did you have plenty of drinky poos at the game?
Yeah. It was
good for you. Yes. All right, well, you rest that voice. If you want to chime in, you feel free when you want to, but I don't want to go to you too much because you sound like you're in pain. You sound like a great time was had. But yesterday, the Canes get the win, 27-24 over those rat bastard Fighting Irish. And let's not lose the plot here, people, okay? All in all, the Canes just got their first top 10 win under Mario Cristobal. First top 10 win over anybody since 2017. And over also those rat bastard Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it was Goosey's galore yesterday. I mean, it really, really was. Because I don't know, for whatever reason, I kept getting this impression like, you know, people were selling their tickets and they were saying, oh, this is going to be a big Notre Dame crowd. And it was going to be like 50-50, maybe 60-40. I didn't hear a peep from the Notre Dame fans other than they kept going to CJ Carr's mom on the television broadcast. The Canes fan was rabid in that game. I don't think it was quite 2017 because it wasn't the blowout city. Maybe it was headed that way, Brittney. But it seemed like the Canes fan was amped up because they had nothing but bad weather and drinks to get them to this game.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And it was already, the stadium was already packed by 2:30. We got there, the gates opened at, I think it was 2:30. We got there at 2:45, and we were already overflow parking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
It was terrible. And then, but it was in 2017. I was at the 2017 game. It was not the 2017 game.
I think we could have been heading there if that Ruben Bain interception would have ended up going to the house. I think that would have been like a 2017 blow the roof off moment.
Yeah, like when Trajan Bandy returned the pick six.
Yeah.
I think it would have been that moment, but unfortunately we didn't capitalize off of that.
No, it felt very much like, the Canes. It was such a weird game because it was like they had, I mean, you couldn't play really the first half any better than they did, other than the kick getting botched by the wet grass. But Carson Beck looked great, big time throws. Malachi Toney, welcome to the Canes, dude. I mean, he really was like, because you were like, oh man, is any of these guys getting open? And this freshman was like flying all over the place. And Carson Beck's like, I like him. Let's get him the ball a lot. And he was really fast. And he was zipping all over the place.
His IQ just really impressed me on that throw, that touchdown throw. His ability, Carson Beck threw it to the open space, and he went back, he adjusted and got it. Which I think, I feel like a lot of Miami receivers in the past haven't done that.
He is
and
unbelievable.
He's only 17.
That people keep saying he's 17.
He's 17.
He's 17.
He is supposed to be a senior in high school this year.
What did he do? The Cooper flag? Like he
what is it called? I forgot the word for it.
Yeah, like I don't know, reestablish, whatever the hell it is. Like he basically got to school early.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be
incredible. I mean, like that kid was such a baller on the reclassified. Thank you, Dave South. You're smart. But I was like, I was blown away by him. Tony Montana. That's what I'm referring to him now. He's Tony Montana. Say hello to my little friend. Like that guy is good, dude.
Good.
He is good. And then not only that, all right, they had their answer back, but then we get the catch. I mean, and wow. I mean, I'm getting the goosies thinking about it right now. I'm legitimately getting the goosies thinking about that CJ Daniels catch now.
I literally was like this. I was speechless. I had no words. I was literally like, there's just no way that he got that. There's just no way.
It was so friggin' amazing. What a catch for all time. And that to me was like, well, you make a catch like that, you win that game. So I always had that like in the back of my head. And obviously like the Canes came out and they hammered him right out of halftime because, Cristobal does the classic thing where like he has to fake like he's not excited, even though that was the greatest catch I've ever seen. And he's like, yeah, we're not satisfied. And I'm like, tough. I'm like, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough, coach. Tough. He's tough. And they just came out and they were just like men to start that drive, just running it down Notre Dame's throat, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But, I just was like, oh, this feels like we're headed towards a complete annihilation of Notre Dame. Because
that was an interception all day, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
All day. And so, like, you just had this going for you every which way. And, it just got a little tighter. And then I really felt like after they took the lead, the next drive for Notre Dame, I thought CJ Carr looked shook. I thought that he looked like he had the squeaky cheeks. And I'm like, oh, this freshman is completely, he's done. Like, this is over for him. And then it just started slipping away for Miami a little bit by little bit. Now, we did get craziest interception ever after that.
Oh, my gosh.
Where, like, it was, like, deflected. And then it was deflected again. And then it was kicked.
And then it was caught.
And then it was caught by Ruben Bain.
Yeah.
And Ruben Bain. Oof. Wow.
What a game.
I mean, wow. That was welcome back. I mean, like that,
Mm-hmm.
that is the performances we've all come to know from that guy. Obviously, clearly wasn't right last year. He was an absolute monster yesterday against Notre Dame. And it really was. It was goosies galore. We're going to get into all of it. I'll give you a headlines liner here as we will celebrate all day here today. Leroy is going to be back with us tomorrow, and he's enjoying his holiday. And we're having fun here on a Labor Day, everybody. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices falling so fast, we're checking for a crater. Volkswagen's priced like they've lost their mind. Doral VW, buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. Final score yesterday, 27-24 to open the season. Carson Beck, 20 of 31, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chamar Brown, Marty Brown, 15 carries, 54 yards and a TD. Malachi Tony, 6 catches, 82 yards and a touchdown. And really just an unbelievable performance by the Canes. We'll take a break. If you guys want to get in here, since it's just me and Brittney, we want to get to the Canes fan. We want to get you guys voiced out. I know it's a holiday. You're kicking back. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. 104.3 WQAM on YouTube, Miami 104.3 WQAM on Twitch. So I'm going to open up the phone lines for the Canes fan that wants to just make fun of Notre Dame because they can go to hell. And if you want to get in, 305-567-0560. That's 305-567-0560. We got a Miami Dolphins game week ahead. We're celebrating the Canes. We're here till 2 o'clock. Take a break. Back more to this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Labor Day, on a Canes Victory Monday. Goosey's galore! Wow. All right, if you guys want to get in here, 305-567-0560. Let's hear for some of our Canes fans out there. It's just me and Brittney here today on a Labor Day. J-Fig is here, just not here. You know, she's doing her thing. She probably sounds like Brittney right now. She's probably also had drinky poos, but she's in her Snuggie. And so we'll see her in a bit, I imagine. But she is here on the stream, so shout out to the Birderer. As yesterday, your Miami Hurricanes beat Notre Dame and go to 1-0 on the season. Let's go to Handsome Daffy. What's going on, Handsome Daffy? How are you? Got the phone potted up there, Brittney? We got a Handsome Daffy here in just a second. Handsome Daffy, you hear me?
You hear me?
Yeah, what's up, buddy? How are you?
What's going on, man? Good morning. Brittney, I hope your voice get better. But shout out to you. You're a real one for that.
Thank you.
I just want to say, man, it was a good win for sure. Tony, man, people don't even know this, though, but that kid took his team in high school to state playing quarterback as well. So he's crazy. He's a dual threat. He can do it all. And we ain't even see JoJo Trader even play. So imagine if he would have, got involved in the game because they tried to shut him down. So that's what left Malachi open. But, man, overall, man, I'm excited for the win, man. The defense looked way better. They still can improve, obviously, but overall, man, I'm excited for this season.
I will say, though, I saw JoJo had that huge block on one of the Fletcher runs. I was like, oh. I was like, all right.
Yeah. They did say he participated with that, with the blocking, for sure.
Yeah, he did that. But, man, that felt good yesterday, especially in the elements, national TV. What a way to open up the season. Like, just the perfect vibe, man.
For sure, man. It's a great time. It's a great time right now in Miami.
All right, take care, Handsome Daffy. There you go. Handsome Daffy checking in with us there as we're taking your calls. As I see some FSU fans are getting a little froggy there on the chat, which, I mean, listen, congratulations for beating Alabama, but I mean, what a bastardized version of Alabama you're beating. I mean, this Kalen DeBoer, they all want him out of there. He's got a $70 million buyout. And it's like they lost to Vanderbilt last year. This is what they do. They're monster favorites and Alabama loses. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It really was crazy. Schmeathan chimes in on the chat and he says, Tobin, don't lie. You were ready to rip Mario Cristobal for having squeaky cheeks. Look, I understand that. And trust me, we were all thinking it as it was all happening. Of course we were. But he got it done. I don't know what to tell you. If you get it done, you get it done. So yes, all these bad things went through my head. Of course they did. Conservative Mario, they all went through, but it paid off. And he trusted his guys, and they got it done at the end. And then they swarmed CJ Carr at the end, which that made me feel very good. 560, what's your name? You're on the air.
Yeah.
What's up, Cordell?
The streets are saying that the Miami wide receiver because number 10 was Tyreek Hill and number 7 was Odell Beckham. Go Canes, Ruben Bain, grown man pushing faces in.
He really was. I mean, he was just kicking ass and taking names yesterday. He was such a monster. Unbelievable. I understand I had the FSU fans mad at me on the chat, and I really have nothing. I don't know what to tell you. You know, it is what it is. Oh well. See you in a bit. We'll see you in October. That's it. You know, in Florida, congratulations. You had that also Temu version of the CJ Daniels catch this week against who did they take on, Brittney? Was it Long Island?
It was Long Island.
Long Island. You should be proud of that. No. Do that. Make a t-shirt of it, dude. You should. That's great. That's great. I'm happy for you guys. Seriously, sincerely. It is what it is. But yeah, that Bama win, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Go listen to Feinbaum. Where is he, by the way? Where is that Feinbaum with his guarantee? Where are you?
Get up right now, I think.
Yeah, he should get up and apologize. Coming out here and he's guaranteeing wins. Get the hell out of here, dude. Not here for that. Unbelievable. Carson Beck, obviously a lot of emotions for him yesterday. You could sense it yesterday on ABC. This was him on ABC yesterday on the broadcast, and here was what he had to say after getting that victory first as a Canes QB.
lot of emotion out of you celebrating this win. Where is that coming from?
Oh, man. I mean, the past 8 months has been so hard. And I'm just so blessed to be out here to have an opportunity to play again. Man, I love these guys. I'm so proud of the way we played. We played so hard. In the face of adversity, we got it done when we needed to. Oh, man, I'm just so blessed and so thankful to have an opportunity to play this game I love.
You said that this team taught you to love football again. How does this group, this offense, bring out the best in you?
Man, everyone just loves to compete. It's a real family. It's a real brotherhood. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. There's so many emotions. I'm so thankful for the guys that I have around me. I'm so thankful for the way that they work day in and day out. I mean, early mornings, late nights, it doesn't matter. And then we come out here and we execute when it's time, when it matters. So
your defense stepping up big, forcing turnovers. Carter Davis with that 47-yard field goal to win it. How complete is this team?
Man, super complete, but obviously we have a lot to work on. You know, it's week 1. I mean, gosh, you got to give credit to them. They're a great team. They have a great defense. They played their butt off today. First starting quarterback. CJ Carr came out there, played a hell of a game and competed for them. They're going to have a great season and go win a lot of games. So I'm excited that we're able to pull out with the dub, man, and, we'll go celebrate this one.
There you go. Carson Beck yesterday on the field after the victory. And you could see and you can hear how much that meant to him. I mean, he was getting emotional because of all the dirt that's been kicked on his name. And, a lot of people question, can this guy step in for Cam Ward? He answered a lot of those questions, especially in that first half. I mean, made some just onions throws with pressure in his face. And look, let's not lose sight of the fact, this wasn't like, Florida State being proud of beating bastardized Alabama. This team was in the national championship that they beat last year. This is a real significant signature win that the program should be proud of. And I think a lot of people were wondering, hey, is this guy going to be able to step up in the absence of the number 1 overall pick? And he answered those questions, so he should be proud of himself. 560 on the air. What's your name? Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm good, buddy. What's your name?
Richie.
Hey, Richie. What's up, buddy?
Nothing. I wanted to talk about, number 1, the quarterback for Notre Dame, his mother. They showed her more than they showed Taylor Swift during the Panther finals.
They really did show her a lot.
Oh, my God. And then when they lost, you didn't see her. She turned invisible. and the blown coverage, man. How scary was that on that one play, big play?
Not good.
The pass play? Yeah. Not good. Scary.
No, it was terrible. I mean, I wasn't proud of how I acted when that 64-yard intangibles was flying down the field. I was like, this is not good.
Wide open. It was scary, scary, scary. Love the win. But if I see that guy's mother again, oh my God, it's a drinking game.
They really did show her a lot. Were you near those Notre Dame fans, Brittney? Were you near CJ Carr's mother?
I don't know. Where was she?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know specifically what section she was in, but they did show her a lot. They went to her.
Because I think they usually are to the right of me on the bottom. So, because I'm on the end zone in the 100s.
I don't know. I'm not sure where they were, but I did see they did.
Were loud. There was a lot of them.
There were they? I didn't notice them. I didn't notice the Notre Dame.
They were in
fans.
really strategic sections. They had a whole section on the top. Oh, my voice just went out really bad there.
It's okay. We're very proud of you for sticking through this.
Let me just clear my throat.
No. You clear your throat. No, they did show her a lot. That's for sure. And CJ Carr, look, he had a very mixed bag of games. It was if I was a Notre Dame fan and I saw that performance by him, because obviously that was the big question. I think that he looked like a kid who has a lot of talent, had some freshman moments, but dude, the kid was stones. I mean, he was down 2 scores. Now the one where, they had this pressure on him, because the one thing that I would say with him is, I mean, he ran backwards 20 yards a bunch of times, and it worked out for him once on that touchdown where everybody in the secondary for the Canes just stopped playing. And I was like, what, why did you do that? And so that was a very frustrating play for sure. But I mean, the way that he was running, I mean, that dude was throwing his head into guys.
Yeah, no, he was tough.
No, he was tough. He was really, really tough.
He was tough. That play, I was like, this is last year all over again.
You were having what?
I was having flashbacks.
Yeah, I was too.
Because that blown coverage was
I can't lie. I really was. I was having all those feelings that everybody's saying. Yeah, I had all of them.
I had every single one of them.
I was feeling, Syracuse. I was feeling Georgia Tech.
Yep.
I was feeling all of that stuff.
Yep.
And thankfully, like, okay, because it just felt like the defense was playing passive. It felt like the offense was playing very conservative. And I was like, why? Like, you guys just hammered them for this entire game. And, you just wanted, and I get it. Mario just wanted he's going to go and play his style. I don't love it. I know the fans don't love it. But they got it done.
There was booing. There was booing.
I know there was booing in my living room as well. There was booing in my living room as well. But I think it really just had to do with, I was like, man, we're really going to put it on the foot of this kid? Like 47 yards going from Boca Raton to you're in Hard Rock Stadium, and everyone here is either going to love you or hate you. And that kid hit the piss out of that football.
Really
I mean, what a kick.
It was a great kick.
What a kick. He really.
I had no doubt. As soon as he came off his foot, I was like, that's going in.
Yeah, no. But I was, oh my God. I really was, all I had in my head was the dumbass stats that they gave us all game. They're like, oh yeah. He's won this competition, but you guys can look at the numbers. I was like, geez, all right. Well, why would they tell me that? That's not fun. Like, nobody else, they didn't give me anybody else's stats. I didn't get any other transfer stats. I didn't get like Brown stats from like North Dakota State. They didn't give me those. Actually, I think they gave me like his award or something. He like won some award. They were like saying that. But either way, look, I don't even care what he did at FAU, because right now he's known as the kid who beat Notre Dame. Good for him. Good for him. We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. If you guys missed some of the call last night from Joe Zagacki, we'll give you the Goosies coming up next.
of college football. And we're underway at Hard Rock Stadium. Canes are 1 for 4 on third downs. Empty backfield, Beck to throw. They rush 4. He steps up. He throws toward the end zone. It is caught! It's caught for a touchdown! Malachi Tony has it for a touchdown! Miami strikes first. Hard to throw. Looks. Spins out of the pocket. Chase back to the 20. Back to the 25. All the way back toward the 30-yard line. Trying to find a man. He's into the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Back to throw. Looking. Throws toward the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Daniels caught it in traffic. And they're going wild at Hard Rock Stadium. What a catch by C.J. Daniels, who makes an announcement. He's here in Miami. And Beck, one more moment of magic, puts Miami in front 13-7. Third down for Beck from the 26. Back to throw. Look, throws it in front. Malachi Tony. He's outside the numbers of 20, 15. Tony down to the 10-yard line and steps out of bounds at the Irish 10-yard line. Miami's got a first and goal. 15 yards for Malachi Tony.
Tony again running a precise route.
Second and goal just outside the 5. Right hash mark. Handoff goes to Brown. Breaks one tackle. Spins the other way from another. 3, 2, 1. He is. Let's see. What are they going to say?
The orange team says yes.
Touchdown, Miami! They push him into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Second down and 2 from the Irish 43. Barr throws it out right side, deflected in the air, still deflected in there, intercepted by Bain. Bain's got it. He's off to the races. He's pushed out of bounds. Off a deflection. It's Ruben Bain with the biggest defensive play of the night. Deflected in the air, and Bain returns it, and Miami has the ball.
Bain with the play.
Second and goal from the 7. Barr with 2 touchdown passes. Quarterback draw. He runs. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Doing an extra point of tying the game. 44-yard field goal attempt for the lead. 3 points, 44 yards for the lead. Snap is down. Kick is on the way. It's all going to be good. Carter Davis got it down the middle. He puts Miami in front 27-24 with 1:04 to go in the game. Far back to throw. Steps up. Got a lot of pressure. TJ Carr sacked. Miami got him. Mesidor's there. Bain is there. Woods is there. Clock is running. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Notre Dame trying to get off a play. 2 seconds to go. Can they get off a play? It's all over. It's all over. Miami wins a magnificent finish. 27-24 is your final score.
Goosies galore. Oh, there you go. Joe Zagacki, Don Bailey Jr. on the call last night here on 104.3 WQAM. That sounded good in FM last night, I bet, everybody. I bet that sounded good in FM last night, everybody, as the Canes open up with a win over Notre Dame. And we're celebrating it here today on a Labor Day. Tobin here with you. Brittney Rodriguez alongside. Her voice is not because she partied very hard and celebrated.
Actually,
that
I was going to say, though, on the concourse, you know how they usually play the sound from the TV?
Yep.
They were playing the call. They were playing their call.
They were playing the QM call?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, oh.
It was it was my look. I would have loved to sync it up. I probably should have done that yesterday. I mean, the broadcast was fine. I mean, the national broadcast was fine.
It was Reese Davis, right?
Nah, no. It was Sean McDonough. It was weird. They all had the MC names. It was Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy, Molly McGrath, and then there was another. I think McGregor. I think Mary McGregor or something like that. I don't remember her name. Conor McGregor's cousin. I don't know who it was, but it really was. It was a fine broadcast. They were all right, but they're no Zagacki and DBJ, man.
No.
That was Goosey's on top of Goosey's right there. It was cool. They had Jimmy Johnson. I saw was there. Did you guys see on the Jumbotron? See Lou Holtz was there?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he was dead. I'm not. I'm so sorry.
Like, wait, you thought he was dead when they showed him, or you legitimately thought he was no longer with us?
I thought he was not with us anymore.
I don't think that I thought he passed away, but he kind of looked like he doesn't have a lot of days left.
I don't think he does, but I was like, did he not die like 4 years ago?
I don't know. Do you think he enjoyed that? Like, or do you think he'd like just be like, I would rather be home? But they had him there. Like, Jimmy Johnson's there. He's looking spry and he's sounding off the hurricane horn and all that. And
that stadium when he came out was insane.
Oh man, I bet
my
it was.
Ears, like I could not. My ears went out.
They put out this like 5-minute movie over the weekend. Did you see that on social media? The Canes media team put out.
Was it the like hurricane warning thing?
I don't remember like what the title of it was, but he narrated it, and it was like it was Goosey's galore. It really was. Like it was so good. It was galore. It was Goosey's on top of Goosey's, but that was really cool. But yes, Lou Holtz and all his drool was it was there. It was something. Jeff, what's going on, dude?
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm terrific today. That was a hell of a game. The Canes played great for the most part. The only problem I had against Notre Dame, it's the officiating. There was at least three pass interference calls that were not called on Notre Dame, and then that phantom call on the Canes in the second half. The helmet ripped off the Cane guy. I don't understand. Whenever you play Notre Dame, they're always going to get every call.
Look, you're 100% right. And it was infuriating. I mean, like the pass interference where like that, first of all, was his fault. Second of all, no shot he was catching that. That was crazy. And then they the unnecessary roughness call. I was like, are you effing kidding me?
I didn't even know what to put myself. I said very choice words.
Oh.
Very choice words.
I had choice words as well. I had choice words that started with the F and they ended with U.
Yep, basically.
I mean, it really was it was complete horse bleep.
It was horrible.
And I was like, first of all, how is that a penalty? You have to stop the play. And they didn't.
Nope.
The football just kept happening, and then you're just like unnecessary roughness.
What do you expect?
And meanwhile, I saw Notre Dame treat the Canes running backs like they were the Dudley boys and slamming them through the tables on out of bounds. No call.
Never a call.
I was beside myself. Now I know the Canes got a very obvious pass interference late. Finally,
yes, finally.
So like there were three key Notre Dame penalties. I know it ended up like looking close, but two of them were so obvious and they were forced by the Canes because Carr was running for his life. He had two really bad intentional groundings, and then you had that pass interference down the sidelines when Beck was taking a shot. But I don't know, like it was so blatantly obvious. The kid, it probably would have been 6 points if he didn't.
Like I'm used to it now as a Canes fan, but they never call holding against for Miami.
No.
And it's so frustrating to see our guys like they come out and they're like their pads are up like on their heads, and it's like, what are we doing?
No, it was crazy, and we can say this now because we won. Yeah. You know, and this is what's good about Leroy not being here today, because I could only go two ways. If we would have lost, he would have said, I can't believe you're blaming the refs. And now that we won, he goes, why are you complaining? So this is great that Leroy's not here today, but because we could just have an honest conversation, and those refs can go to hell. And I was losing my mind with some of those calls.
Don't worry, I told them personally myself. I told them.
That's why you don't have a voice here today.
Exactly. And then the Notre Dame fan in front of me, oh my gosh, when they called the pass interference for Miami finally, he was like, are you serious? He was like, now we have to play the refs too. I said, don't you dare.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Now you have to, I
said, don't you dare, sir. You just got gifted a touchdown. You better shut your mouth.
Yeah, he literally lassoed him so he didn't go willy-nilly with the football down the sidelines. And so, and even he knew it. Like, Notre Dame, like, he was like, hey, that was a good play by me. I saved that touchdown. Like, he knew it when they went
He did.
I was like, all right, cool. I mean, whatever. But it was, no, those calls were infuriating yesterday. And it was like, look, I didn't want to be in a place where I wanted to bitch about the calls, because I get it. The Canes were up 2 touchdowns. So, like, I really am glad they won this game, because I didn't want to be in that whiny mood. But, man, it put me in a foul mood. I was really upset.
It was just frustrating because especially I feel like the first half was called very fairly. And then the second half we had 5 penalties in the third quarter.
No, it felt so much like they were like, oh, you know, let's
make
keep
it a
him
game
around.
for the
Let's keep
people
him
at home.
around. Yeah, let's keep him around.
Like,
it just didn't smell right.
No,
It didn't smell right. It didn't feel right as it was going down. But thankfully, it didn't matter. The Miami Hurricanes did prevail, and now set themselves up really well. Now you got to. I mean, they are going to be at home a ton to start this season, and you got Bethune-Cookman coming up, so you get to get some run. The other thing that should be mentioned is like, look, yeah, it wasn't the prettiest offensive game, but the key plays, like, look, Notre Dame has a very good defense coming into this thing. Like, we all knew that. And you were playing on a wet track too. Like, that was the other thing, is you were like, oh, this is not going to be fun here today. This is going to be some sloppy Joe's conditions the whole time.
if anything, I thought we threw the ball a lot more than I anticipated that we would.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was surprised that they came out and that they threw as much as they did too.
They were not feeding love at all.
No, it was super strange. It was super strange to the point where they were like, oh yeah, he's here as a decoy. I'm like, he is? Everybody wanted to shut up about it the entire time.
Confused. That's all the Notre Dame fans. Actually, I saw the funniest Notre Dame shirt, and I had to give them props because it's really good. They had shirts that said Love Island.
I don't like that.
Oh,
I like the show too much. How'd you feel about the reunion, by the way?
I didn't watch it. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You know what? You really shouldn't. I feel like I wasted 2 hours because I felt like I just saw 2 hours of people being phonies.
I watched like the clips on TikTok. I was like, I'm not gonna sit here for 2 hours and watch this.
No, you did the right move. Brian and Amaya broke up, which is not surprising.
Are we shocked? Pepe cheated on Iris.
I knew Pepe was a cheating dog the minute I laid eyes on him. I knew he was gonna be. Trust me, he was taking over the DMs like crazy. That was not a surprise to me. But people had this idea like Brian was a nice guy.
I don't know where they got that idea from.
But Brittney, there's never been a guiltier face in my life than when they asked Brian if he cheated because he went to some appearance.
Yeah.
And poor Amaya was like, we talked about it. And this dude was like, I did that, bleep.
He basically was like, I did it.
Yeah, he was like, I'm like, oh.
And then they were like,
God,
they were like, Pepe, what do you have to say about the thing? And he was like, what does it matter that Pepe was there when I was cheating? And it's like, what?
Bad influence.
You're just admitting it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No, yeah.
Hey, how would you like to have a chance to have a Pro Bowl Miami football player come and visit an elementary school of your choice? It could happen. It's WQAM's MVP experience with the Dolphins' Zach Sealer, and he's on board to speak at a school. Go to WQAM.com and enter an elementary school in Broward or Dade now for a chance to get a visit from Zach Sealer, where he'll speak to the students and more. For contest rules, go to WQAM.com. We'll take a break. We'll talk a little bit about those Dolphins as well. As Mike McDaniel spoke this morning, we have our Dolphins captains, and we'll continue to celebrate the Canes. Here from Mario Cristobal, Carson Beck. It's Goosey's galore here on a Labor Day. We're back after this. It's our Tua Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort, Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Our Tua the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM, WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. And Liz, listen, it's a Labor Day. It's good to be back with everybody here on a holiday. It was a fun, long weekend for me. Man, I had a blast doing the Dirty Boxing broadcast this weekend. That was absolutely, what a bananas card that was. I mean, look, I know I'm doing the broadcast. I understand this, but I'm legitimately telling you as somebody who watches a ton of combat sports, has been to everything, has taken in everything. This sport is wild and it is fun, and the action is nonstop. Shaq was there in the building. I was like, excuse me? Is that Shaquille O'Neal who just walked in?
That's crazy.
It was crazy, Brittney. Shaq walked in. Nate Diaz was there.
Oh, wow.
It started 6 for 6 on finishes. I saw one of the wildest fights of my life with Jancy Silva and Travis St. John. There was a Superman punch from across the ring that landed. It was bananas. I had the time of my life calling that fight, and I really, really am enjoying myself doing that. But, dude, it was so wild to see some of the action in these bouts. So that was a great time. We're obviously celebrating today. Canes victorious, but we got some Dolphins news as well that we got to get to. So let's get to our headlines here today, which are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices are falling so fast, we're checking for a crater. Volkswagen price like they've lost their minds. Doral VW, buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. All right, so Mike McDaniel has spoken to the media. We'll bring you some of that coming on up. The big news, De'Von Achane is going to be back at practice, so that's good. De'Von Achane is going to be ready and raring to go, it seems like, for this week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts on the road. This is a don't lose for the Miami Dolphins. I cannot stress that enough. And if you guys don't know what that means, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm letting you know now, Dolphins, this is a don't lose. The Dolphins have also revealed their 2025 captains, and here is the crew. They have 6 captains this year, which I believe is the fewest they've had in a while. Tua is a captain. Alec Ingold, captain. Aaron Brewer, who everybody's been saying in the locker room has been acting like a true leader, captain. Jordan Brooks, captain. Bradley Chubb, captain. And sealer it on up, Zach Sealer's a captain as well. So those are your captains. As you'll notice, no Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, not a captain. Not surprising he's not a captain. I don't think at all. I think that has been kind of known basically since how last year ended. So he is absolutely was not going to get the captaincy this year. And so I'm not surprised by that. Will it be a thing? I don't know. He'll talk about it, I'm sure, at one point this week. I think that Tyreek has been doing the best job to have as little drama as possible. And we'll see. You know, it's one of those things that was obvious wasn't going to happen. Everybody else, I don't think there's any real surprises.
No.
Everybody else is like, okay, Zach Sealer, he's been the epitome of everything. We know Alec Ingold is always kind of one of their guys. Chubb's veteran. Jordan Brooks and Brewer that we talked about, and then Tui, you got the quarterback. So no real surprises in that group there as they get ready for this week against the Indianapolis Colts. They did announce, though, this was a little surprising. The Dolphins announced that they are dropping a series on YouTube.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's called Under the Sun, and it's premiering tomorrow. I guess it's going to be basically their version of Hard Knocks, which I'm all for. I love behind the scenes stuff. I love that stuff.
The season that we had Hard Knocks in season, it was so fun.
Me too. Hey, Brittney, I'm glad you said that.
Fun.
Because people are sitting here and they're usually like, oh, I don't like Hard Knocks. I don't like when my team have. I love when my team has Hard Knocks.
I agree. It was so fun to like watch that season and be like, oh, I can't wait to see that on Hard Knocks.
Samesies.
Like, I loved it. Every single weekend, me and my cousin would sit down and we were like ready with our popcorn.
Agreed.
To watch like the behind the scenes of what happened.
Yeah, and this is and look, they've neutered Hard Knocks. I mean, this year has been with the Bills just terrible.
I just feel like they're such not like, I don't want to say uninteresting because that sounds mean, but like I'm also not trying to be nice to the Bills. They're just like, they don't have enough characters. They don't have enough like controversy. I don't know, like they're not an interesting team, like an interesting enough team for me to feel like Hard Knocks would be interesting for them.
No, they're not an interesting team, but it also feels like they're going out of their way to even be more uninteresting than they typically are. So I think like you're right. They themselves are boring, but I feel like they are by just nature trying to make themselves even more boring than they have been. It has legitimately been, and I even tried. Like I went back and I watched I watched the first 2 episodes and I'm like, this is terrible. And then I'm like, all right, maybe number 3. No, terrible.
Well, I didn't watch it, but I was at my cousin's house the other day and my uncle had it on and I was like, this is such a snooze fest.
It is a snooze fest. It was. No, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
The only interesting part was when they like were talking to this woman at a bar and she started crying about the thought of them winning a Super Bowl.
I don't need to see those stupid Bills Mafia
I don't need to see that. Like,
I don't need to see that.
I was like, if we're like, the most interesting thing about you is your fans because at least they're interesting.
Let me just explain something to everybody. You could literally find lady on the bar for any fan base you wanted to. Okay, you could. I mean, there's going to be some. If you went the span of the fan bases, all of it, you could find the Jaguars homeless lady, and you could say she'd probably cry over that. You could find some fan from some Dolphins fan. There's some other lady who would probably be crying on a bar. It doesn't make you special. It makes you a good fan. That you care that much. But it's not unique to the Bills, and they make it seem like this is some bypass that they're better fans because they're idiots that jump through tables.
Yeah, and they had the part where they had like a whole thing about this guy who a Jets fan moved in next to him, and he was like, "That made me so angry."
Oh, I saw that too. Yeah, he was like, he goes, "I had to step up my game." I'm like,
they painted their house was painted Bills colors.
Yep. I don't think my wife would go for that.
I don't think anyone should go for that. That's insanity.
Yeah, I don't think Mrs. Tobin would go for like a Marlins teal house or any kinds of aqua colors. I don't think that's going to happen. I really, really don't. But this is their thing. They we get it. Buffalo sucks. That's they love the Bills, and they act like they're the only people who have ever fanned because they throw piss snowballs out of the people. Great people. Yeah, it's an awesome thing. But Hard Knocks has sucked. But the Dolphins are going to do their own in-house thing. So that'll debut apparently tomorrow. You guys can get a look at that. We'll hear a little bit from Mike McDaniel coming up here. He just spoke to the media. If you guys missed it this morning, I know I didn't. Pelle Larsson scored 28 points for Sweden, but they fell to Montenegro 87-81. Did you watch, Brittney?
I can't say that I did. No.
It was really disappointing. Pelle had 24 going into the fourth quarter. His 3-point shot got a little cold. And then, he really is doing it all for Sweden.
I'm going to say, did no one else score?
He's doing it all for Sweden. He really is.
Okay.
They don't have much support. And then this damn Jović from Montenegro. Like, even in Eurobasket, Jović is giving the Heat the business.
Yep. There's always going to be.
Yep. He is. He's been terrible. And then Fontecchio, the gondola,
I
Italian
saw that
Kawhi.
he did so bad.
No, he did do bad, but then he set a record and he scored 39
No
yesterday.
way.
Yup.
Wow.
He did it against Bosnia, but he
Can't imagine.
and I don't even think that's the whole
There's
name.
really good Bosnian players.
They have Nurkic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know who else they have though. but Fontecchio did score 39 points. He had a really good game. Nico, he plays Czechia coming up at 2:15 today. If you guys want to watch Jović. Now, I was excited because I mentioned Dirty Boxing. While I was getting ready for the broadcast, I was all prepared. I did my homework. So I spent my time at the hangar while everybody was kind of getting ready. And they're like, Tobes, you want some makeup? I'm like, that's not going to help this face. So I just stayed over at the hangar and I watched Serbia versus Portugal. And Nikola Jović put up a perfecto, which was 18 points, 6 for 6 shooting, 2 for 2 from 3. And he also got a technical foul because he's not going to deal with that bleep from Portugal. And so he got in Buddy's face and got teed up. But let me tell you something about Nikola Jović. He's got that dog in him, and he should not be trifled with. And I don't think people like people were saying, "Oh, he doesn't move like this in the NBA." First of all, he very much does move like that in the NBA. He's already been suspended for being in fights. Like Nikola Jović and almost got suspended again. So
he's the first one whenever something happens with one of our players. He's like the first one that's ready to go.
I don't think people realize this. I think they think that, he is a giant man. Okay. I know people look at that adorable face and they think, oh yeah, Nico, come on, look at him. He's a baby. He's 6'11". He's a behemoth and he's already been suspended for fighting, but he did not care for how Portugal was going about their business. So he therein lied, gave them the business, but got teed up.
I feel like Serbia, like the Serbians have like a lot of I don't know how to say, like they have a lot of anger.
Well,
I think it's very unassuming anger.
It's a quiet rage is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like a quiet rage.
I can see that. It's one of these things for him. Like I think that he's trying to show his chops because the thing about Eurobasket, and this is a promise only the second to last time I'll talk about this. The thing about Eurobasket is a lot of these European teams has a hierarchy. They don't really believe in playing the young, and especially Serbia, which has such a proud tradition. But this kid's undeniable. Like he's been with the senior national team for 3 straight years. And, obviously Joker's the best player, but they just lost Bogdan Bogdanović. So my Serbs have to go out there today, and he's going to have a little bit more that he's going to have against Czechia.
Bogdanović got hurt.
Yeah, he hurt his hamstring. I don't think the Clippers are going to let him play through it.
Nope.
So, man, it's exciting. But if you guys want to partake, later today.
How early did you wake up to watch
Pelle?
Yeah.
He was a 6 o'clock tip today. Yep.
That's a level of dedication that
I know. Well, he's playing really well. He's playing really well. He plays tough, but there really is not a lot of he doesn't have a lot of support. And I don't and the Swedish coach who's really dressed nicely. He looks like Swedish Pat Riley. He's still going with the suit. He took out this other guy who was having a really good game for like the senior Swedish point guard who was stinking up the joint. And I don't really know why, but that's another story for another day. We'll take a break. We'll get back into the Canes, of course. We will also hear from Mike McDaniel, who spoke on the Miami Dolphins, adding their 2025 captains and why Tyreek Hill is not a captain. We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Leroy has just checked in. He will stop on the show today. He will be in probably about the 12 o'clock hour. So we will hear from the great Leroy Horde. He will pop on. We'll get his thoughts on the Miami Hurricane. We were texting all night last night. I don't know if he went, though. I feel like he didn't go.
He said on Friday he wasn't going to go.
Oh, did he finally decide that, Brittney?
Yeah.
Okay. So because he was very active on the group chat last night. It felt, and that usually means he's not boots on the ground. Thankfully, you were. How are you feeling? An hour plus into the show? Are you okay?
I feel like my voice is getting better. I don't know.
It
if
actually
I'm crazy,
does. It feels
right?
like you've strengthened it. It's kind of like you worked through the pain.
I did.
Brittney was boots on the ground last night. Canes win 27-24 over Notre Dame, and this was earlier today. We heard a little bit from. We heard from Carson Beck. This was Heather Dinich today on ESPN. You always see her up there. She's one of their lead college football analysts and says this should skyrocket the Canes in the rankings.
Miami should be number 3 in the country because they got one of the best non-conference wins of week 1 and probably the entire season. This is the kind of win that is going to resonate with the College Football Playoff Selection Committee through Selection Day. It's a head-to-head tiebreaker that they'll own as long as their records are comparable. Miami right now looks like it can win the ACC, but if it doesn't and it's fighting for an at-large bid, this will separate them from other CFP contenders that didn't play as strong of a non-conference schedule. Yes, strength of schedule still matters.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to hold you to that, Heather, because I'm going to listen. You know, if something does happen, you know, like an unfortunate NC State loss or something like that, I'm going to hold you to that. So we'll see what's what with that. We'll get back into the Canes, but we do have to do here a little 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored, which is brought to you by the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get offers on select models now through September 2nd, so tomorrow. Learn more at lexus.com. But the captains have been named. We now have Mike McDaniel, who spoke to the media today, and this was his reaction to the 2025 captains.
I'm really excited about the whole voting process this year in general because you know, each team is unique to its own, and this team you know, I think was much more unified, and the focus on those 6 guys were very clear. So they were resounding vote getters, and I think it speaks to the team. I think knew the assignment a little bit more, and were focused on giving the keys of captainship to those that had earned it each and every day. And I think that's what it speaks to me the most, is a football team that knows who they want to be led by.
All right, there you go. Sounds very much like you know, they were in a situation with I feel like the last few years where like the stars were the captains, and I feel like this year it's a little bit more of you know, well, Tua's still a captain, and you know, but there's more leaning towards, yeah, this guy is really about it.
Yeah,
and I think that's what they've said about like Jordan Brooks and Aaron Brewer this year.
It's interesting. I don't know. It's funny because he was like, there's people that deserve it. I feel like that was a little bit of a pot shot.
He really hates Jalen Ramsey now.
He really does.
He really seems to hate Jalen Ramsey's guts. I don't know what happened there, but this used to be like, oh, and that is an interesting thing with Mike McDaniel that has changed. I think that Mike McDaniel has turned himself into, instead of I'm going to be the star whisperer, I think he took some pride in that. Oh, the stars dig me. They like me. But then I think he feels a little taken advantage of. You really have to be able to be trustworthy of the guys who will be in the foxhole with you. Now, one of those guys who is not a captain, who in past years Mike McDaniel has really leaned into his leadership, is Tyreek Hill. This is what Mike McDaniel said on Tyreek Hill getting no captaincy.
Yeah, I would say my thought would be that he was an active participator in voting for probably multiple captains that we do have. I think it's more about the guys that we picked and less about the guys we didn't, because there are a lot of guys exemplifying tremendous leadership qualities that aren't a captain of this football team. I think it's more of a focus on who is and not who isn't.
You know what annoys me about him? He can be so concise when he wants to be. You know,
it's like he does it on purpose.
He really can be concise
that
if he wants to be.
He did. There was no ums in there.
Nope.
It was so concise. It was so clear.
He really can be that if he wants to be.
Like he really can be, and it's usually when it has to do with controversy.
Yep. Well, they did it, and he did address today. There was news over the weekend. Did that happen on Friday when it was here? It's all a blur now.
Yes, it was Friday.
Yeah, the Dolphins linebacker coach or outside linebacker coach Ryan Crow, who sounds like a linebacker, he was arrested for battery, and apparently he's on indefinite leave right now. Mike McDaniel said a whole bunch of things. He says they're going through the process of it. It's unfortunate when things like this happen because it involves, the Dolphins name and the fans and all that, but basically said that, they're going to let the process play out and that he really doesn't want to talk about it anymore. I'm like halfway through today's press conference. So I don't know if he was asked about it again or not, but it basically sounded, he went on for like 2 minutes and sounded like he didn't really want to take any questions on it. So
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, and I don't know what are you supposed to say? It's either
he's not his keeper, like at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's not his keeper, and they're not firing him yet. It sounds like they put him on leave, and they probably, are telling him kick rocks. That's what I imagine it is.
In a respectful way,
respectfully kick rocks. Yeah, don't come around here no more.
Nope.
That's what I would imagine.
We don't need an outside linebackers coach. Our linebacker coach can just handle everybody. It's
right.
fine.
It's like I think Chop Robinson's going to be okay without you, Mr.
Okay.
Aresti.
I think he'll be okay.
I think it's going to be. I think he's got it. So thanks for that though. But the Dolphins are going to get ready for the Colts this week. We of course will start up now. We do have action tonight. We have TCU goes up against North Carolina, which is obviously a little juicy because we're going to get to see Bill Belichick. And I kind of feel like there's a little. They're not the favorite. The Horned Frogs, which is kind of what Bill Belichick has been this offseason. The Horned Frogs are the favorite going into this, even though it is in Chapel Hill. But it kind of feels like there's a little pressure on them because of all of the girlfriend stuff. So I'll give it a little peeky poo tonight. I mean, if I had my choice about either watching that or Serbia Czechia, I would watch Serbia Czechia, but I don't have to worry about that because that's earlier in the day.
Exactly.
So I guess I'll tune in and watch. And I'm going to root for him. The one good thing about Bill Belichick being at UNC, I can still hate his guts because they're an ACC team, and I don't have to, and I'm not going to root for that. I'm going to root for
something. Okay, this is you brought up you just triggered a conversation that I had the other day. So obviously Clemson played LSU this weekend, and I hate Clemson, and I understand that I'm very biased because I grew up 30 minutes away from Clemson, and the Clemson fans bullied me my whole life because the Canes always lost to them in the 2010s.
Still lose to them all the time.
Yeah. It's like my hatred for them runs very, very deep.
Yep.
It's very close to my hatred for FSU, which is crazy, I know. And I was at my uncle's house, and he's like rooting for Clemson. I'm like, what are we doing?
Wow. He did that?
I was like, what are we doing?
I don't like that.
And then he was like, oh, it's an ACC team. We want.
Oh, I don't do that.
I don't believe. Thank you. People always tell me I'm crazy for that, for not rooting for my conference. No.
There are certain situations where it'll happen. Like last year, I was desperately rooting, but it was simply for the Canes because I knew if Georgia Tech was able to beat Georgia, then I know that would have benefited the Canes. And I still feel like it should have, even the fact that they went to a gazillion overtimes with Georgia. Like that, in that case, I'll root for Georgia Tech, even though Georgia Tech has caused plenty of heartbreak for the Canes. In that case, I have to be. But if I'm just simply rooting for pride, like in bowls, no, I'm not going to do that. Especially for FSU. Like there's
but
no
we
shot.
hate the SEC. I don't care. I'm rooting for LSU the whole time.
Yeah, I have no interest in that.
I'm no interest in that.
I'm glad that Dabo Swinney lost this week, and I don't like. And trust me, yeah, who likes Dabo Swinney?
People love him. They really do.
Because he's
the messiah of South Carolina. Let me tell you.
Listen, you try. Oh yeah, well I forgot. You have that whole tie
Tobin,
there.
It's trauma.
No,
it runs deep.
I believe it. But he's a wackadoodle.
We built this program on NIL. We really did. It's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness.
Listen, let me tell you something. I know things about before NIL was NIL, and I know things about what they let players do there. Okay.
Wait, you mean that they don't all just go to Bible study? And
No,
really?
No.
That's shocking. I really thought that they were good boys over there in Clemson. I thought that they didn't act like teenage and 20-year-old superstar athletes.
Yep.
Where their football team is a religion. That's crazy. I really thought that Dabo had the keys.
Oh yeah,
to
he's
making it
the
all
moral
like
compass
normal.
of college football.
Oh man, I will say though, this weekend in college football, it was a delight.
It was.
I did. They're gonna the nonstop stories this weekend is gonna be Arch Manning because Arch Manning was not very impressive. So all people are gonna talk about is how he stunk to high heaven, like Paul Feinbaum would say. Even though Paul Feinbaum didn't he say that he was the greatest college prospect ever? I think he said something like that.
If he did, I did not hear it.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I think that he said something like that. But Arch did not look very good. Now, he did go up against Ohio State. Somebody asked me this weekend, they're like, hey, who are you betting? Are you betting Texas or are you betting Ohio State? I'm like, I'm betting Ohio State. Like, I don't understand why you would bet.
I don't know why you're betting against Ohio State.
I don't know why you would bet against Ohio State. They just won the championship.
Texas should have never been number 1 in the country.
It was really weird. I don't understand that.
I don't understand that.
Do you think they had a little do you think they have a little regret kicking Quinn Ewers to the curb?
I would.
It's kind of strange.
I would. I mean, but at the same time, it's hard because it's like, how are we going to come down so hard on somebody who's only had 3 starts?
I get it. No. I get it. But it is what it is.
I'm not going to defend him because I don't like Texas and whatever. But I'm like, he's started 3 games and he's playing against the defending national champions.
Here's the thing, though. Like, if you are treating him already like people were going to tank for him, and you basically are on. Essentially our royal family. Like, we don't have a royal family in America, but if we were, it probably would be the Mannings.
Sure.
And yeah, if he stinks to high heaven, like, I get it. Like, Peyton Manning had a bad rookie year when he was with Indianapolis. Like, Eli Manning, didn't embody a lot of great stuff, forcing his way to New York. But man, people were really excited about this debut from him, and that was not impressive.
I just don't think there was a world ever, in my opinion, that he plays 1 year of starting 1 year fully and then goes to the NFL. Like, and I think yesterday is proof of that. Unless he makes an incredible turnaround throughout the season, I think we're going to see him in Texas next year and maybe another team, even if he decides to transfer, maybe.
What you should really do is you should recognize who the real phenoms are, like Malachi Toney, and the fake phenoms, like Arch Manning. That's what we should pay attention to, people. We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. We'll mix it on up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Currently in an argument with my 13-year-old daughter via text because she's off from school today about when we can put up fall decorations in the house.
Oh, she wants to do it already?
Yeah. And I'm like, the first day of fall, because fall decorations connote Halloween and Thanksgiving.
I disagree.
No.
I think she's right.
I
agree with her.
No.
I support her.
Why?
Because it's already September 1st.
It is
It is
100 degrees outside.
It is. Okay, but it's always 100 degrees outside in Miami.
It's 100 degrees
It's
outside.
always
It
100
doesn't
degrees.
feel like fall. It's not going to feel like fall, whether she puts up her pumpkin spice
It absolutely
aesthetics
is.
or what, Brittney.
It absolutely is. I stand by her. I really do. Tell her I support her.
All right. I will let her know that you stand by her, but I also already sent her a text that said, this is what the first day of fall is. It says September 22nd. That's what Google says. And I think we should stand by that just as a rule because, okay, now we're a few weeks into football. It feels certainly more fall-ish than it does right now.
No,
and I'm tired of having these arguments with her.
On Saturday morning, I woke up. I put on College Game Day. I cried at Lee Corso's last
He
college
was
game
perfect,
day.
by the way.
I know.
He was perfect.
And all the teams he's ever played for or coached for were undefeated.
That's kind of cool.
It is really cool. What a way to go out. I saw that. I hopped in my car. I went to Starbucks. I got a pumpkin spice latte. And I felt like it was fall.
But it's not, though. It's not fall yet. It's not. It's 100 degrees outside. I barely can function outside.
My pumpkin decorations are going up this week, 1,000%.
All right. Are these like pumpkin jelly cats that you're gonna go with?
I wish. Oh my god.
Let's mix it on up and get to the mixed bag here. Sports and Pumpkin Spice Talk, by the way, on WQM is presented by Paramount Plus. It is the fall, so you can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. So we'll throw it back to the Canes here a little bit. Let's hear from Mario Cristobal. This is what he had to say on getting that win against Notre Dame.
Coach Cristobal, these embraces after the game, what do these mean to you?
Come on, look around. I played in this rivalry. Look at Michael Irvin, Devin Hester, Andre Johnson, all the ones that made this rivalry what it was. Look at the way Hard Rock is rocking. Miami Hurricane football.
I saw you talk to your defense right before that final stop. What did you tell them?
One play at a time. That's it. Let's everybody do their job. You know what? They made a commitment all week long to not let anything get in the way of doing their job. It's a great job. Number 6 team in the country got it done.
And you gave the job to kicker Carter Davis. What was going through your mind when you watched it go through?
Make the damn kick, that's all.
What can you say about Carson Beck and his first start with the Miami Hurricanes?
What's that?
Carson Beck and his first start. What stood out to you about his poise?
Winner. Flat out winner and a difference maker.
Wow. That was Goosey's right there, dude. Wow. I really, really enjoyed that. Goosey's. Mario Cristobal speaking to ABC there after the game. The Canes beating Notre Dame yesterday. Of course, Carson Beck coming into this with a lot of pressure. But he says he feels the offense can do even more as the season goes on.
I think the first game of seasons are always very interesting now that I've been a part of 6 of them. But tonight I think we showed that we're physical. I think our O-line is really, really tough, really good, really physical. Like I said, they can move people. They protect very well. They played an outstanding game tonight. We have a lot of talent at wideout, a lot of talent in the backfield. Our tight ends, they didn't really get into the mix tonight, but also very talented and, have flashed a lot throughout camp. But for us, I guess it comes down to just execution.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too. I thought that we were going to get a lot more tight ends, especially Lofton.
I was kind of disappointed by how little we used our tight ends.
I was surprised by that. But again, it was not an atmosphere that felt like it was going to be conducive to a ton of points.
No.
But the win was still awesome, even with me nearly throwing up a shoe by the end of it. What was the like? Did you guys get a look? Like, do they throw a lot of the celebrities on the Tron? Like, did you see all the Canes royalty there?
Yes, we did. Well, DeAndre Johnson was. They presented something with him, and everybody went crazy. Of course, Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin's like always there. He's ridiculous. Like he loves the Canes so
on the
much.
floor. They kept showing him, especially that last drive. Jimmy Johnson, but other than that, I saw more celebrities online. They didn't show as many in the stadium.
Yeah, Dana White. It was Dana White.
Yeah,
was
Dana
there.
White was there. Wasn't Stephen A. Smith there?
Is his like kid going to Miami? Is like that the connection there?
Apparently, right? Didn't he?
I saw that he was at McAfee. He said he was coming down here. I just assumed his kid was going to Miami. Like I know he's got I think sons who are probably around college age. So I just assumed
maybe
his sons were going to Miami because now he loves Miami all of a sudden. So I figured that's what the tie-in is there. I don't think he just randomly became a Canes fan.
Maybe, but they didn't show him. But I knew he was there. Jeff Bezos was there. I saw.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was.
Stephen A. Smith was there. I saw that.
I saw that. But yeah, all of the Canes royalty was there. So Edgerrin James was there. Andre Johnson, obviously. Ed Reed.
Yeah, Ed Reed. Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis
was there.
They showed Ray Lewis.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was good. Well, when they showed him, I was like, where? It was like the second quarter already. I said, where has he been? Why haven't we showed him before?
You just felt like they need to go to the Ray Lewis
Yeah,
card
I was like,
more.
okay, I love Andre Johnson. I really do appreciate him, but why are we not getting, a dance from him?
You wanted the squirrel dance?
Yeah, I wanted it.
I think did he do the squirrel dance in Miami? I thought that was like more of
it
a
was more
Baltimore
of a Ravens thing. But I still wanted to see it.
The squirrel dance is good objectively, but Michael Irvin is number one as far as the fans are concerned. Like he loves the Canes more than anybody loves the Canes. He's on the sidelines, freaking out nonstop. Anytime somebody does something, he's just like he's beside himself. And like when that CJ Daniels catch, my God, so good.
It was
so freaking good.
I don't know how anybody's gonna top that this year.
I don't know how you do either. It was ridiculous.
It was, and there was this picture of him where his eyes. It was so cool. His eyes were like this, and it was just like he was. Oh, it was just chills all over.
It really was. This is the call from Joe Zagacki, if you guys missed it.
3 receivers right side, kind of in a bunch route with Tony. Beck to throw. Looking, throws toward the end zone. It is caught for touchdown. Daniels caught it. Traffic, and they're going wild at Hard Rock Stadium. What a catch by C.J. Daniels, who makes an announcement. He's here in Miami. And Beck, one more moment of magic, puts Miami in front 13-7. That was a tight needle to thread.
Carson Beck takes the snap, reads the defense, finds the open man, and throws the strike.
Wow. What a time. Oh, hello, Leroy. Is he potted up? Hold on. Wait. You there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you? Yeah, I hear you.
I'm good. I have an echo.
You have an echo.
Yes.
And a delay.
I don't know what to do with that. All right. Well, let's see if we can figure that out. Maybe re-log in. Maybe that'll fix it. All right, he'll get that message in a few. In the meanwhile, that was an awesome play yesterday by CJ Daniels. I'm sure was that the loudest. What was the loudest the crowd was yesterday, Brittney?
I feel like it was the interception.
Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like it was an interception for sure.
Because
it was kind of like a oh, and then it was like oh, like that to me was the loudest. And also just at the beginning of the game, I found that like when we were on defense, it was deafening in there. Really, anytime we were on defense, it was loud.
That's good. Yeah, I mean that atmosphere seemed awesome on television. That's why you said when you said there was like Notre Dame fans there, I didn't feel them.
There was
at all.
When they scored the touchdown to tie the game, they got rowdy. But the loudest I actually think was the first touchdown that we scored. Actually, I take it back. I think it was that.
When Tony scored.
When Tony scored, I think that was the loudest the stadium was.
Very cool. Very
Because
cool.
with the Daniels catch, I think that nobody really knew if it was a catch or not, and they were kind of like, do we get excited? Do
Oh,
we
I
not get
had
excited?
yeah, on TV it looked like a catch 100%. Like it was no doubt. Like they were just wasting time going to review that.
So I think everybody kind of was like, wait a second, wait. I don't think it really hit him the gravity of the catch either.
Crazy. Leroy, you connected with us, man? You hear us okay? Nope. He looks
I am, but what's weird? I'm on a delay, and
That's
I don't know
strange.
how to fix it.
That is weird. I don't know, man. Did you shut down your internet
Let
and all
me
that?
wait. If I do this, yeah, but I have a new screen
Yeah,
that has a camera on it.
right. Well, new screen's not doing so hot. Where'd you get that from? Timu?
Yeah. All right.
Timu screen?
Let me exit.
We'll get connected with Leroy here in a bit. We'll get him all figured out and what's going on there. But yeah, the Canes getting our football season off on the right foot. Dolphins, please follow suit, please. Please. Tate South just goes perfect. El Burre, Timu setup. Leroy says, "Where's your IT?" That's the sad part. Our IT is gone now. He's moved. So we did not. Now he's swimming alone. These are legitimately uncharted waters for Leroy Horde. I don't know what we're gonna do. I may have to go do like when he wants to do a home show. I may just have to go to his house.
You might have to go to his house
to
fix
just
him
make
up.
sure he's okay. Because he actually was like, "Hey," he wanted me to set something up for him for football season, and I was like, okay. We'll make that happen. We'll get you set up for football season. But I think I'm new Leroy's IT. I think I'm the new guy. I think
you're gonna have to go help him
I
out.
think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be either me or Snitchy Mouse. I don't know. It's one of the two of us who are gonna have to be here getting Leroy's setup all right. But he's
So how am I now?
You sound good. You look good.
Oh, it was me. So am I okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Twitch was playing as if I was live. I had to mute the Twitch site. What? Go ahead. Say it.
I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it.
Go ahead. Dade
is-
South. Go ahead. Put it up.
-1.
Go ahead.
I need to get Mike Biamonte on there. Just be like, for technology kicking your ass.
Oh, for technology. There it is. There it is.
All right. Well,
I don't know why.
Mhm.
So normally when you mirror the screen,
Yep.
right? All of the stuff that you have on your screen just shows up on the monitor.
Right.
For this one, I had to re-sign into everything and redo everything again. So I didn't have anything like any of my sites saved on my email. I had to re-sign in. So when I went to Twitch and did Twitch, for some reason I was live on Twitch, which I usually never am.
Weird.
Yeah,
All right,
right.
well, it's good to get you all settled. We are gonna take a break. We'll get it all rounded up for you. We moved game balls, game bums, so we can get those from you next hour.
Yep. All right.
We'll get your thoughts. Leroy, get his thoughts on the Canes game and the football weekend. We'll take a break. Back with more after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. We continue here on a Labor Day. Leroy now in the building. Well, kind of. Virtual building.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah.
Let's get to our headlines, ladies and gentlemen, which are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices are falling so fast, we're checking for a crater. Volkswagen's priced like they've lost their minds. Doral VW. No one sells for less. No one. So the Canes, they win 27-24 to open up the season. Leroy, what did you make of it, buddy? What first impressions come away? How about
So one of the things that was really cool, they got after him.
Oof.
Early, soon. Oof. And the thing that went unnoticed by a lot of people, but didn't go unnoticed by me, it's a different level of football when you can be physical, aggressive, and not have penalties.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a good football team.
Especially when the refs aren't screwing you.
And I think towards the end of the game, there was a lot of grabbing and stuff by both teams because they were a little tired, but that's a whole different conversation.
Steamy monsoon.
The fact that they did not have a penalty, a University of Miami football team did not have a penalty while being physical and aggressive. I was like, this is a good football team, because that, sometimes players fake that. They fake that by thinking, oh, I'm a push and shove. Wow, that's me being physical. There was only one mistake, and that was remember I was telling you about defenses? You can flash something in front of their eyes and they'll chase it like a cat.
Yeah.
Well,
that was annoying.
Dude was covering the tight end. Somebody ran underneath him. Now, football savvy says, I don't care if he catches that. I'm not giving up this big play. And you stay with the tight end. He got nervous and he stopped and got caught in no man's land, and they threw it to the tight end. The only, and man, it's hard when the game gets in those pivotal moments, trying not to do too much.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened.
Bro, how good did Ruben Bain look yesterday?
I was saying this. First of all, reminded me of Christian Wilkins from this standpoint. All over the field.
Yep.
Rushing the passer, ball gets thrown, runs over there, ball gets batted in the air, catches it, and then runs up the sideline.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a dog right there. So
no, he was awesome.
I was the most impressed I was in the game was, first of all, that kicker was sketchy, but crunch time, that ball could have went 60.
Oh, dude, he
hit it so, it was like, wow. And they kept showing the stats, 4 for 9. I'm like,
I didn't like that.
4 for 9.
Don't tell me
4 for 9. That's like McKicken from a couple of years ago.
Dude, I was like, and we were saying, like, they kind of had like the look to him. I'm just like,
and I didn't want to say nothing. Mm-hmm. I held back because it wasn't his fault. But he had a little Janikowski in him. A little rumble in the jungle, right? His shirt was a medium, right?
They're all mediums. I think that's how they make the jersey now.
But you can't be medium with a little pouch, right? Not unless you got, and I don't know why all the defensive linemen got single digits and teens.
I don't know that either.
Right?
I don't know.
It was crazy, right?
Yeah, they're like all like
it's
fives,
like the
fours.
smaller you are, the bigger your number can be.
It looks so weird.
It did look weird, but I was so impressed because I got understanding how things were done, and everybody was complaining. And I was watching the game with my buddy Mike, and he was saying, "Uh-oh, here comes the prevent defense." And I'm like, here's what you want, okay? You want them to burn as much clock as possible. And so the way the game was going, they were methodically moving the ball down the field, which was great. No big chunks, no nothing. Then they hit the tight end. Everybody blamed it on, prevent. It really wasn't. Everything else, keeping it in front of them, let them throw those little short passes, come up. They were tackling great, right? Swarming to the football. Everything was great. The only thing that happened was, as a football player, there are going to be periods of time where you have to understand what I can allow and what I can't. And at no point in time should you let somebody run past you or get behind you. That was the only mistake. And I got it. I understood all that. Unfortunately, they went down and scored.
Yep.
Then the Canes went down, did their thing with, let me just say this, one for Notre Dame and one from Miami. Two of the sickest catches I've seen.
Oh my God. Yeah, that kid from Notre Dame did have the sick catch.
Right. I was like, wow. Okay. And
they weren't even doubters. Like, they had to review both of them, but like they were like,
right.
They did a great job of like keeping possession on both of them.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. I would tell you this. The way that front four got after Carr when they came back after they took the lead, that's what you haven't seen.
That was nice.
Here in Miami. They got after him with 4. They could not stop them. They could not block them. And it was like, holy smokes. And it wasn't a blitz. They got after him with 4.
Dude,
right?
it was
we blitzed once the whole game.
Once. It was amazing what they did. And I'm gonna tell you, the sign of a good football team, if you can get after the quarterback with 4, it's gonna be a long day, because all you're gonna see all year is dump offs, crossing routes, screen passes. And if they get after the ball carrier like they did, man, I think
and the other thing that was impressive is like, there was a lot of new, like, these are a lot of the guys who've, they're transferred over. The new guys are kind of all coming together. And then true freshmen are coming out there and balling out. So like, these are not guys who have been together a ton.
Right.
To have that kind of cohesiveness is pretty impressive.
And who's number 10?
Malachi Tony.
Huh?
Malachi Tony.
He's 17.
I know, dude.
Like, I was like, wow. And because I said, he might be fast, but he doesn't really look it yet. He ain't even got his man muscles yet. He's still a high schooler.
When I heard he was 17 this morning, I was like, huh? You can do that?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It was amazing. So I was impressed at, one, how they bounced back. I was a little disappointed in you got all those turnovers and you only got you didn't really score.
Old Tobes was 17 when I walked on Barry University's campus. Had to use my Bucks ID to get into certain bars,
Anyway, so I would say, I was so impressed with, and here's the thing. All week, what did we hear? Those 2 running backs, that physical front four.
Oh, my God. That was sharp.
And I'm telling you, they had a couple of nice runs, right?
Couple of nice runs, but how many of those dumbass hurdles did we have that went nowhere?
Oh my gosh, I was like, all he did is hurdle.
It was, and just no other way to explain it, a good football game with ebbs and flows. And the thing that, if you're a Canes fan, you should be most proud of is that it never seemed like you were out of it. It was never a situation of, oh no, here we go again. It was always a situation, okay, let's get him. Okay, now let's get the quarterback. Okay, let's do this. It was, you never felt that the game got out of hand. And so the way they got after that quarterback, I mean, look, the only reason why I didn't have more sacks is because, and I personally believe that if you get a grounder penalty, that should count as a sack.
Agreed. 100%.
Because you're basically just throwing it to get rid of a sack. And here's what I would say. You remember late in the game where he threw it and they had to review it, whether it's
the two-handed thing?
Yes. As soon as the ball hits an offensive lineman, it's grounding. So that's all you need to know. As soon as it hits the offensive lineman, I don't care if a running back's on the other side. As soon as it hits the offensive lineman, that's grounding. End of discussion. So once you see it hit, I think 64, right? It's automatic grounding. Whether there's a receiver in the area or not.
Look, he showed good moxie because, like, obviously there were times where he looked like you could see the bright lights on him for a second, and so like for him to settle in and bring his team back and give him a chance,
yes,
props to him. But yeah, I thought that defense. I mean, like, man, Bain and Mesidor. They're two monsters.
You know what was something that drove me absolutely crazy. Let me set
Who
this
holds
up.
his face?
Oh my God, marble mouth. let me set it up for you. So the Canes come out the second half and 8-minute drive, right? Balling. So then things happen. Then Notre Dame goes on a little run. They have a where they get the ball, and then they're driving. End of the quarter. They score like the first play of the fourth quarter, right? Then they score again, and then kick a field goal. And they go, the Canes have given up 17 in the fourth quarter. And I'm like, if you're an outsider looking in at that, that's kind of skewed because of the fact that it took them all third quarter to even get close.
Right.
And then they got there with like the first play of the fourth quarter.
I think that's probably what like drove. If you were gonna like, I've been saying today, like any Canes fan who wants to be upset with how the game went down, like I know you went through a roller coaster of emotions because it felt like it was going to Blowout City, and this was going to be really easy, and then you ended up with squeaky cheeks at the end. But that was the fun of it. Like that's what fun of rivalry games are. You ended up beating a team that was in the national championship last year.
Right.
You get your first win versus a top 10 team in 8 years.
What did you think? What did you think that game was going to look like? First of all, you knew it was going to be a butt clincher, a nail biter. You knew all these things were going to happen at some point.
Yeah, I think people just got to the point where it was like, because the Canes, when they came out in that first drive of the second half and basically just, it was like 8 minutes long almost.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That 8-minute drive told me that, like, yeah.
It was very impressive.
Very impressive when you could come out, take that commanding lead. But you still had a lot of football left. And you had to, there was really only there was two big plays. There was the 30-yard run, which, like, holy smokes, there was nobody over there.
No.
Right? Nobody. And then you had the pass. I think the run was just a well-schemed play that you ran away from everybody who seemed to be on the other side of the ball.
If it went back and forth, like you'd feel like anybody who I get it. There was people who are worried that Mario Cristobal is too conservative, and he's the number one thing that's been hit in his entire resume has been game management, and that you try to sit on the lead too much. But like
the management of that game was fine, right? And here's where, sometimes you look at things and you have to look at it like this. Understand what they're doing and understand the execution of what they're trying to do. And sometimes you have a mistake or poor execution and you immediately go to the plan. And so, again, if not for that big play to the tight end, you're thinking totally different as they have to methodically move the ball down the field. And I got to tell you, with that pass rush, there ain't no way in hell they're going 10 plays throwing those little dinks and dunks with somebody not going to grab.
Yes, that being said, though, if Hoot doesn't hit that kick and we end up losing that game, I'm thinking it's Georgia Tech all over again because I'm having the angst of intangibles running down the field.
Right.
But it was a great game. Like look, there were some classic moments. Carson Beck, onions throws.
Yeah.
You got some young talent. You got some great transfer talent that came in. And they did that in not ideal conditions. So, like, you got a chance, like, your first look together to do that on that kind of a stage. Yeah, it was one of the moments of the weekend. It was fantastic.
It Look, I watched a lot of football this weekend, right? And some of it was ugly because it was the first game of the season. I watched Texas, Ohio State. Like, oh my goodness. Like, whoo.
We were talking about that before you got on Old Arch.
Right. Woo. But you know what I would say? Like, it didn't help that they were batting the ball around for him. It didn't help that, and remember, I say this about Mike McDaniel sometimes. Sometimes you overcoach a situation. Like, you try so hard. In fact, Notre Dame did it early in the game. They tried so hard to protect their quarterback, throwing the short passes, doing a lot of the quick stuff or whatever, that you waited until you get down before you drop him back. Now, I understand after the fact why they were doing that, because that front four got after Carr, right? But when you watch what Texas did, they did the same thing. Like, you let them play. And sometimes you overcoach a situation so that it looks that way. And they go, why are he throwing all these short passes? Like, at what point during that game did you figure out, I hope they keep throwing these short passes because that crap ain't working?
Oh, yeah.
They are getting at, and they never stopped. They never stopped. And so when you say we got two of the best, the best tandem of running backs in the NCAA, yet you choose to throw little short passes. Like, what are you saying to your team? So, like, yeah, play football. And I was impressed at the fact that both offensively and defensively, they executed really well. They had some mistakes, right? But they executed really well based on, when was the last time you've said this statement? Notre Dame had more penalties than the University of Miami. Hell, about any team.
I don't think they did have more penalties than Miami.
It was close.
It was 6-5, but the rest was screwing us.
Oh, okay. Oh, when's the last time you said Miami didn't have double digit?
I don't know.
It's a like, yeah, man. That was the most impressive thing to me, was how sound and efficient they played football yesterday.
So you would agree that the refs were trying to screw Miami at the end?
No.
But kind of. You see what I was saying, though, right? Like, kind of. Kind of.
No.
Like those pass interference. Like, come on.
I mean, like, they were calling them on them too.
Not till
like,
the end.
Hey, check this out. Hey, dude, can you stop hugging the wide receiver, please?
I think he did that on purpose. I think he knew he was going to. I think he knew he was.
One, he dove at him and clipped his legs.
Yeah.
But how many times did you see him hanging on with the jersey?
Oh, done. But they never called it on them.
No, yeah, they did.
Not till the end. That's what I'm saying. The refs are trying to screw us, dude. I'm telling you. Brittney, you saw it too, right?
No,
I was there. I saw it.
Yeah,
Yes.
she saw it. Oh, by the way, she's banged up today.
It was ACC.
Doesn't matter. They hate it. Well, the Canes of the ACC. It's a touchy
the
relationship.
ACC refs notoriously hate Miami.
Yeah, notoriously hate Miami, and they love Notre Dame. Because they've been trying to flirt with Notre Dame forever. Oh, please don't be in the Notre Dame. Come to the ACC.
All right. If you say so, I'm like, I was just happy with the game. It was a well played game, played with, like normal mistakes, nothing crazy. They didn't have no, what do they call them? They didn't have any swag penalties.
No swag penalties.
No swag penalties. I would tell you what, that was a physical football team.
It was really impressive.
Really impressive.
We'll take a break here on the program. Lots to get into. We'll have Leroy hand out his game balls and game bums coming up later on this hour. We'll take a break. Back with more after this.
adjusting for the actual camera itself, like settings well.
Right.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well.
Alrighty.
Doing the best I can for today.
Did you get your monitor now fixed, Leroy?
Kinda.
Yeah, it looks like your view changed. Now you're more on
Yeah.
level.
Yeah,
You're centered now.
yeah, I had to tilt it, but I don't know. My IT guy came in and worked with me a little bit.
All right.
I saw.
Yeah. It's like, what's wrong? I was like, why are you just saying something's wrong? He's
Taking
like,
advantage while you can.
I know. One more week. One more week. I don't know why it's dark.
It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. You got some good resolution there.
Yeah.
What did you think of the game, J Fig? How did you enjoy the Canes win yesterday?
I'm so glad they won. I was a little squeaky cheeks towards like the second half for sure.
Well,
but the first half I watched while I was celebrating one of my best friend's birthdays.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was on a monitor, and then when I stepped away from the monitor, I was on my phone. So I did my best to keep up.
Okay. Did they not appreciate that the Canes were playing?
Well, the birthday girl doesn't care, but the boyfriends were on the side with the monitor, and so was I.
Oh, okay. All right.
Why are you referring to it as like so? It was like a computer monitor. That's what you had.
Well, I don't know why I keep saying
What are you,
that. Actually,
British?
there was a television. I'm sorry.
The monitor.
Monitor. I was like, why are you talking like that? Nobody talks
don't
like
know. I said that.
weird. It's a very strange thing. I didn't understand that at all.
I was watching a monitor.
You know what I did like speaking, but like the Brits and everybody in Europe, they mic up the entire review of the officials. So you get to hear how they go through the entire thing when it comes to these challenges in Europe.
Really?
It's very interesting. Very interesting. So like if they find somebody's being a big fat flopper, you get to hear it from the officials. They're like, nope, flopping, embellishment. And so you get to hear the entire dialect. That's why it was so important to watch Sweden Montenegro this morning.
Dude, do you really watch basketball this morning?
Yeah, I really did. Pelle was playing.
Oh,
Came up short. Vucevic got us again, dude.
oh my God, what is wrong with you?
No, don't. I mean, like, don't refer to it like that because I'm really like, I'm. It's important. Nico is playing at 2:15 today, so I'm trying to keep tabs on all that stuff.
All right.
No,
I got you.
No, you're being very dismissive. Like
I am.
I don't appreciate that. It's
am.
not appreciated. It really isn't.
I don't know how else to
Wow,
explain
he came today to be very dismissive.
No, he was like, it was like, we were having a good time. We were all partying. Brittney was
You were
telling us about
saying
boots on the
things.
ground, and he's just like, Serbia.
Like, oh, that was
Whoa.
loud.
Whoa.
That
This
was
whole
a
day.
bad one.
Whoa.
It got better, and then I think we're declining again.
Yeah, you sat out a couple minutes because Leroy got here, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no.
You gotta keep exercising.
You got to keep getting it going,
Yeah,
Brittney. Power through.
What I was gonna say was I was kind enough to let him talk about Eurobasket. I fed into it. I let him do it.
Well, there's nothing to feed in. Like Pelle Larsson put up 28 today, but his teammates really didn't show and support there in the fourth quarter. So, it's tough. Look, I was hopeful that Sweden could get this win over Montenegro, but it looks like we're going to need Montenegro to beat Great Britain. We'll see to win the group. Serbia is already through. This is just for funsies.
I got you.
No, again, see, like you're doing the same.
Wow,
You're doing the same thing. It's really not nice.
Very dismissive.
It does. It's just not nice. It's really like I haven't talked to you for realsies in days, and you won't even share my excitement for Eurobasket.
No, I will not. Sorry.
Okay.
You got up early this morning to watch.
I was up either way. It just happened to be on.
Montenegro.
Yeah.
Be careful with that.
I don't have to be careful with it. I know properly how to say the country.
Like you know how to say so many other things.
Oh, yeah, I do actually.
What is going on? Like he's lashing out on you right now. It's very like.
I don't even understand
Are you
it.
okay, Leroy?
I'm fine.
I don't like this monitor, Leroy. I liked looking up at the sky monitor, Leroy, because that one was much more pleasant.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really understand what
We
happened.
need you looking straight at your monitor once again because
I am. Everything's perfect.
Except your attitude.
No, I will say this. Brittney, you'd be proud of me.
What did you do? Did you watch the race?
I watched the race because I got home to get in front of the TV, and I realized that football wasn't going to be played for a while.
You watched European Vroom Vroom and you won't watch Pelle
hey,
Larsson?
Hey,
I don't even do
was
anything.
nice to you about your
Don't let her set herself right now.
Let me get this straight.
So
You
I
would
watched
rather
it.
watch
I
these
watched
idiots
it.
fucking go
I
around
watched it long enough for Lewis Hamilton to crash in the first lap.
Leroy,
Lewis
we don't have
Hamilton
to talk
always
about
wins. I don't
We
understand
no,
this.
he does not.
No, he doesn't. Not lately.
No, he
Dude,
does
so
not.
all you
Wait,
want to do, you'd
that
rather
bum
watch.
team, that bum team that he's racing for, because he just gets out of his car like he's playing. He's an offensive player playing with the Bengals.
You'd rather watch these guys go vroom vroom all around a track than Simone Fontecchio, the gondola, put up 39 against Bosnia?
Want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
Bloop, just click through it and stop. Oh, racing. I'll stop.
No, but that's even if but you've been treating
Wait, question, but
Eurobasket.
isn't there like a specific link for these games?
Yes.
Specifically for anything you want. But he's sitting
So
there.
technically, he wouldn't have been able to watch it.
No, technically, here's the problem: is he's treating me like I'm some kind of addict when he's sitting here watching people race he's never heard of, other than Hamilton.
No, I know some other ones.
He did it for Brittney though.
Name another one besides Vaskersian.
That's not even his
It's
name.
Verstappen.
Who?
Verstappen.
Whatever, dude.
There's a few guys.
Yeah, no, I'm aware there's a few guys. I asked you to name one.
I did.
Who?
Verstappen.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something right now.
Who's the English guy who may have raced his last race? Will Power.
Yeah, that's a fake name.
Oh no, that's Will Power's Indy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That is.
-1.
But I called it out in the beginning.
Lying.
I knew.
Okay.
Because
Because
that was on too.
Okay.
Oscar Piastri one. Yes.
Yeah, Oscar Piastri. Yeah, he's heard of him. You couldn't give him 100 guesses and give him the first name Oscar. He wouldn't have come up with that one. Ridiculous. Take a break.
Wait a minute.
What?
You think me watching F1 at 10 o'clock in the morning or 11:30 in the morning is worse than you watching Fontecchio against Bosnia?
Fontecchio.
Okay. Against Bosnia?
100% worse. Fontecchio set an Italian basketball record. I watched history. What did you watch? Vroom, vroom, vroom. You don't care about this. Fontecchio's going to play for the Heat this year. Verstappen is not going to drive you.
You thought he was going to get traded.
No, I didn't. I thought maybe he was going to get waived and stretched.
Okay. Yeah. Now you got a big interest in him.
I told you he's Italian Kawhi. Why are you disrespecting Eurobasket and sitting here acting like you're an F1 fan? You're not.
How many NBA players does Bosnia have?
They have Nurkic.
He's not Bosnian.
He absolutely
He
is.
Okay. Nurkic. There you go. Because he was too tall to do anything in that country. So they said, go play American basketball.
What do you think they do? You think they live like hobbits?
No. When you have one NBA player from your country.
Mama, Nurkic too big to walk around. Give him basketball.
Of course.
That'll make him happy.
That's the way they sound.
That's how they all sound.
Right.
You know, Sweden only has one NBA player as well. It's Pelle Larsson. A lot of these guys only have one. Montenegro only has Vucevic. And strangely, this guy who was on the Heat Summer League team 2 years ago, he was cooking Sweden at the end.
Who?
Forgot his name.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Forgot his name. I think it was Allen. I was like, his name's Kyle Allen. He's from Montenegro. Feels like there was some, there must be a cousin or something like that. I'm not really sure. But I'm just tired of you judging me when you sat here watching F1. No offense, Brittney. But like, you don't like F1.
Listen, when I sit down in front of my TV and I'm perusing, I stopped. Like, they had the Ocho on in the morning. I wasn't watching that. That was ridiculous. The ridiculous game they had, by the way, they had, this is about as redneck as it gets. And I would say I saw no black people doing it. They had snowmobile drag racing.
Fun.
No snow. They're doing it on the grass.
I don't get that. So what were they doing? Like a Hellcat or something like that?
No, they modified their snowmobiles with belts that could go across grass, and they were drag racing.
Your segment was a snowmobile. Let me tell you that.
Okay, Bosnia. Like
Leroy hands out his game balls and game bums next.
Bum, 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 bum.
This guy's a ball.
Oh It's a Monday. It's a Labor Day. But even on the holidays, we got to gather around the locker room and let Leroy Horde hand out his game balls in game bums. Miami Football Reports, by the way, on WQM, brought to you by Miami-Dade County Public School Technical Colleges. MDCPS Technical Colleges offer over 60 affordable accredited programs, day or evening, hands-on training aligned with local employers. Call 305-558-8000 or visit careerinayear.com and launch your future today. What do you have for us today, Leroy?
So my game ball is going to go to that defensive front four. I mean, I can't, like, to fully appreciate their dominance for a full game, their relentlessness. It was fun to watch. There's a lot of players who balled out, but I would say the reason why that stood out the most is because of how that unit played last year. And to say they won the game because of their glaring deficiencies last year is a step, that is like remarkable. That defense was relentless. They were all over the place. They were poised, but they were bringing it. And it was fun to watch.
Good first game for Heatherman.
Good first game. A lot of guys really played well. So kudos to them. I like, as much as Beck impressed me with some of the throws he made, he won the national championship. So, like, that's kind of what people expected of him, to be that leader. But what you saw defensively, like, going into the game, you're like, yeah, we think they're going to be good, but we don't really know.
It was a weird thing with Beck, though, because it did feel very much like people were like, yeah, he's overpriced. You're bringing him in. He's not going to be Cam Ward. Like, he's definitely capable of being good enough for this team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The one thing that I would say about where they've been the last 2 years with quarterbacks, both quarterbacks have been leaders, right? So when you look,
cool handshakes too. Did you see his cool handshakes?
Yeah. Oh, he
very
had,
impressive for intangibles.
He had some bro dap for everybody.
He really did.
Right.
He really worked hard on his bro dap.
So I was impressed with Carson Beck and the fact that he came in, the guys rally around him, right? And you could tell by his poise and how everybody was on the offense. Everybody seemed poised, relaxed, executed well. It was really cool to watch as a team, to watch how they were able to play without any dumb fouls, right? Because you go like that. I haven't seen a game like that in a while, where somebody just did something. Just come on, man. What are we doing? Why?
Well, it's going to be interesting now because, people are saying like they're going to be in the spot. I think Heather Dinich said they should be ranked at least 3.
Yep.
So you're going to be in this spot now all year where people are going to be looking at you.
That's all right.
And
that's okay.
It's going to be a fun run coming up here. Now you got a couple of games you definitely should win. Then we'll get set up for the rivalry games against Florida and Florida State.
This is where you want to be, right?
Of course.
You don't want to be 20 having to work your way up.
Nope.
You want to be exactly where you are now. 10, beat a top 10 team, play the way you played, and say, okay, here's what we bring to the table.
Do you know the internet? I'm not shaming anybody, but have you seen the latest conspiracy that's been going around?
I mean, besides the one you gave me?
What was the one that I gave you?
The refs tried to screw us?
Well, I mean, I didn't say.
I mean, but here, if you're gonna say that, how can you then talk about conspiracy theories? Aren't you given one?
Well, some things aren't conspiracies. Some things are obvious to the eye, and it was pretty obvious that they were trying to keep.
Okay.
Look, if they weren't trying to screw the Canes, they certainly were trying to keep Notre Dame in it. That's what it felt like.
And regardless of what they were trying to do, the Canes said not today.
They said not today. So it hasn't. It has. But I mean, everybody. It's very clear. We all have eyes.
Can I get
Who
to
gets
my
your?
Can I get to my game bum?
Sure.
The Alabama Crimson Fine Bombs.
Bum.
Boy, did y'all whiff.
Yeesh.
Oh my goodness. And conversely, when was the last time you've seen Alabama get punked and pushed around?
I mean, it feels like it's happened a lot under this coach already.
They got dominated.
Yep.
Up front, which is something that you don't hear. But yeah, they got beat down. They had no response for the physicality. They had no response for anything. They ran the ball down their throat, which is by far the worst way to lose a football game. The worst way. When you pride yourself on your front seven and you get ran over like they did, yeah. So
you know the fine bomb calls are going to be lit today. They want that guy fired.
Pow!
How?
Not on my watch.
They just lost to a team that had 2 wins last year, Paul. 2.
But last year ain't this year.
I know last year's not this year, but do you think that slimy in Alabama and Tuscaloosa is reasonable?
Nope.
Paul! If I thought Vandy was bad, now we're losing to ACC schools, Paul, and not the good ones. You know, Paul's going to be like, everybody knows the Knowles cheated like bandits. It stinks to high heaven.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know that's coming. I'd be curious to see if he's just going to just say, yeah, they got punked. They got pushed around. They got manhandled. That is by far the worst way to lose a game or to beat a team is with 200-plus yards rushing. What did they have? They had 240, 250. Where it just looked like Alabama was saying, please stop running the ball. Please stop running it. So, yeah. That's my own no, because you know that the fine bombs are going to be added today.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely going to be the case.
And I love it. I love it.
Oh.
Those are your game bums, not your own.
Yes. My game bums.
No, the new conspiracy that's out there right now. And I'm not here to kink shame anybody, okay? Do you. All right? Whatever makes you happy. However, this is just not something I would ever do because I'm not a fan of needles, okay? You make me squeamish. Ohio State's head coach appears to have a nipple piercing.
What?
Ryan Day, champion, appears to, I'm saying appears to, I don't know for a fact.
Is there a photo?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He appears to have a nipple piercing. Now, I don't know if it was a little chilly or he was intense.
Dude.
That's 100% one.
That's a piercing. That's not 3 nipples.
No.
That's agreed. So we're all in agreement here.
Yeah.
That the Ohio State Buckeyes head football coach, he's got nipple piercings.
Hey, he won a national He won a national championship.
Agreed.
Somebody said I think it was photoshopped.
I don't know, dude.
Well, I saw that last night too.
I don't know if that's photoshopped.
Yeah, that looks.
I mean, like
I can't stop staring.
Look, if you put a bandana on him,
staring at you in the eye.
If he look, if he put a bandana on and had a Harley, he looks like somebody who would have nipple piercings.
It's fair.
It's just the fact that he coaches.
And if you
Ohio
look
State.
at the other one, it's very different than this one.
What other one?
If you look at his other nipple. Yeah.
The
fact that we're examining nipples here is crazy.
Can I
just one?
And then
Can I just say,
he didn't pierce the other?
Where are we in today's society that we just showed a picture and stared at a man's nipples?
We're in the age of social media, Leroy. That's where we are.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, maybe it was like a bet with himself after winning the title. You know, like wasn't it one year? Who did it? I think one coach, he said, like, if I win the title, I'm getting a tattoo. Maybe with his players, he said, if we win the championship, I'm getting my nipples pierced.
Yeah, somebody did. Dr. Toboggan said it perfectly. Maybe I feel the way I do because at least it ain't nipple clamps.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if you weren't
as
in the middle of it.
Well,
wait a minute.
Well, Brittney.
Oh,
I had to do it during a segment.
Yep.
no way.
While a class was walking through looking in, and I'm standing there with my nipples clamped.
You say class like it was a kindergarten class. Like, I'm pretty sure that they were.
Who cares? Whether it was adults, kids, or whatever.
But
I'm sitting there.
We did have one of those radio
learned a
tours
lot
coming
that
through,
day.
and Leroy had to do the entire segment with nipple clamps.
What a great day.
Not over the
You
shirt
got a
either.
photo?
Directly on nip.
Yeah. This is how it went. It went like this. It was like
You were like,
I'm
what's
like,
going on here?
you never seen anybody's nipples clamp?
Teacher, may I ask, what's on that man?
Well, you were already prepped because it was a cold studio.
That's so bad.
Great
What?
day.
That sounds like it would be very interesting.
Finally, Ohio State and Michigan can get along. Nipple piercings and nipple clamps.
No, everybody could get along. Notre Dame lost.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Lou Holtz sitting there. What happened?
It was a closed set.
It honestly kind of was because that studio actually had walls and just one window.
One window.
Except
Right.
one window, yeah.
That
But-
one window, but like
But the one you had a clear view of was Leroy's mic.
Oh my goodness. It was terrible. Yeah, I was right behind the door. So I've had nipple clamps. I've had to do the bob, and then Tobin threw a lizard at me during the live read.
That's true.
see, I don't have the clamps picture, but I have this one.
I can find the clamps.
This is look at
Please.
Wow.
Please find the picture of the clamp.
How, Brittney? We got a phone call within 12 seconds after the show.
Nah, I think it was like the next day.
The next day.
You guys got in trouble?
Somebody in the heat department, who I don't think is there anymore, they didn't find it funny because we were making fun of McBob. And I was here to tell them, like, obviously they didn't realize how much Josh McRoberts sucked on the Heat because they were all counting down to the front office to get rid of him.
Yeah.
But they had this ridiculous intro video where he looked like he should have been singing in Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we put it on the dartboard of doom. And yeah.
And then art happened.
Yep.
Anyway,
I think it was beautiful. I don't see why anybody would take offense to that.
congrats to Ryan Day on his nipple piercing. We'll take a break. Final hour coming on up. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Labor Day. Hope everybody's enjoying their holiday. We certainly are out here. You guys can get at the show if you have any Canes fans who want to call in, 305-567-0560. We took some calls earlier on in the show today. So we'll get to some of those if you want to get in here. But let's get off to our final hour of headlines, which are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices are falling so fast, we're checking for a crater. Volkswagen's price like they've lost their minds. Doral VW, buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. The Canes, they win 27-24 to open up the season over Notre Dame. And Carson Beck, 20-31, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ruben Bain, 6 tackles, tied for the team lead. Had a half a sack, had a tackle for loss, had an interception.
Which, no. See, when you say a defensive lineman had an interception, people think, oh, it was batted in the air near the line of scrimmage.
Nope.
No, it was on the sidelines.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. First of all, the dude that jumped to try to catch it was up there. And I think the only reason why he didn't catch it, because somebody was on him and he started falling in a very weird way. It looked like he thought he was going to hurt himself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he didn't catch it. But Ruben Bain getting out there, that's some Christian Wilkins stuff right there.
Dude, that was crazy how that was up in the air like that. It really was.
And by the way, no, you know what? Not
What?
yet. No, not yet.
What? Do tell.
No.
Do tell.
No.
What's wrong?
Not yet.
Why?
No. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I'm saving it.
For All Right, I Don't Know?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Does it have to do with me?
No.
Okay. I don't know if I like this. I don't like, I would kind of like to just know.
First of all, while you were gone, I got accused of doing the whole show in the first segment.
What do you mean? You just were going to topic to topic to topic?
The first segment of
on Friday. That's what
he was just like, he was listening to everything that we had on the show rundown.
Oh, so you were just a loose cannon.
And we were like,
but the thing is that even with that, I got a lot of mo.
Yeah, but we got only an hour left. So if you want to shoot, and I'm sure you can come with something else to be all right on. All right, fair enough.
No. This needs to be said for all people.
Okay. The Marlins, they took 3 out of 4 this weekend from the Mets. Losers. I hate the Mets. Sandman, that was awesome yesterday.
Awesome.
Mets got in their feelings.
Of course. Wait, do you ever notice? I saw something last week in tennis when the girl told the other girl, act professional, right? And then I saw something with the Mets. And there is something that is consistent with all of this. And that is the losers always complain. And so, to me, that's more unprofessional because you can't accept defeat. So you come up with all these reasons as to why. Like to the tennis lady, you got your ass kicked, lick your wounds, go home. Don't tell the other person how to win. You lost. Be a good loser. Bye-bye. Right? And to the Mets, at any point in time, you could have stopped those 5 runs from coming in. Right? You lost. Don't then turn around and complain. Like it's not like it. That to me is unprofessional. Oh, I know.
What?
I know. The Pinks.
Yeah, that happened with the Pinks too.
Yeah.
They got into it with Seattle yesterday.
Yeah.
I couldn't really put my focus on it. I got to be honest with you, Pinks. I'm sorry.
I was keeping a little peripheral on it. It was 1-0. I was like, oh, still in it. Then it wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't really have a peripheral on it. I can't lie. The Dolphins, they have a game week. We have a game week, Leroy. NFL football returns this week.
Yep.
The Dolphins take on the Colts. De'Von Achane was back at practice day, according to Mike McDaniel. This was him earlier saying he doesn't believe he's going to miss a beat, even with missing time in camp.
He was having an unbelievable training camp. I think that's kind of we're still showing some of the stuff that we were doing before he was out. So I think I'm expecting him to not miss a beat based on his tremendous offseason. And I would envision him being available for week 1. We've been very, very aggressive with treatment so that there's no setbacks, and that will be the focus. And if he doesn't have any setbacks, he'll be playing.
All right, good news for all you
So if he doesn't play, that means he got a head setback?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I got you. Well, I mean, you did dirty boxing.
I did.
And were you like watching other sports too? Because you have a tendency to.
While the fight was going on?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I actually,
in between fights or.
no, I didn't. I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. I actually I lifted my phone and I didn't see that the WhatsApp, because we have like a group WhatsApp going.
Mm-hmm.
And there were like 40 messages between people. Like I didn't know anything that was going on. I was all in on the fights. I checked like a couple of times just to kind of like see like, hey, was anybody watching? Like, while the interviews were going on. But no, I didn't. And there wasn't really any sports going on. The last one that I did was the same night as Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. So I did but I was only looking at like my box score. I didn't like turn in and watch the game. I watched the game when I got home from the fights.
Okay.
That night. But no, dude, I was like, I'm telling you, Leroy, I'm not blowing smoke when I say this. That fight night on Friday was so damn good. We started 6 for 6, 6 fights, 6 finishes.
Jeez.
But the one fight, we had this fight with 2 light heavyweights, so 205ers, Jancy Silva and Travis St. John, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was one of the wildest fights I've ever seen, Leroy. Like, it was knockdowns like crazy. Then the dude got up from the knockdown, because you're only allowed 5 seconds to follow up on your knockdown. Dude, he came with a Superman punch, like across the friggin' stage, and nails him. And it was like, whoa! Like, it was. And then the other guy comes back, so he's down. He's on the wobbly legs. He comes back with a hook and just like knocks him down. It was crazy. Then there were these 2 heavyweights. The heavyweights just kept, like, you would think, oh, heavyweight, you're not. These guys were so tough. They were knocking each other with elbows like a baseball bat. And finally, just one guy just fell out of exhaustion because he just couldn't. But he never went down from strikes. Dude, it was so much fun. Shaq was there.
Yeah. Wow.
Shaq was there. It was cool. So was Nate Diaz. It was.
There's nobody who could appreciate dirty boxing more than Nate Diaz.
Oh, he feels
right.
Like, I feel like Nate Diaz would love dirty boxing. I don't know if that's gonna be something in the cards for later, maybe. But it was. Oh man, dude, and I saw Rosenstrike in that final win to beat this guy Raheem Cleveland, who stepped in as a replacement.
Oh boy.
I was happy he was okay. I saw him afterwards because he poor. Woof. He got flatlined. I saw him afterwards. He was in a good. He was all right.
I mean, all right.
I mean, he was all right.
Wait, all right. Relative to getting knocked the bleep out.
I was like, and it's one of those things. Like, I didn't know what to ask. I saw him like leaving the arena. I was like, "You good? Hey, buddy, you good?" He's like, "Yeah, No, what do you say to somebody who just got flatlined like that? Just want to make sure he was okay.
I mean, like, we saw it, and remember we saw it the one we went to the one MMA fight, and it was almost a ruckus outside the ring.
Dude, this was the craziest part of the night. So this guy,
hey, Brittney, there's only a handful of times where I get Tobin this excited about telling me a story.
Leroy, this is crazy. So I don't know where the dirty boxing folks, I don't know where they got these security guards. I'm not mincing. Every security guard it felt like the minimum height had to be 6'5". Like there's a giant. Like there was one guy who's 6'9". These were behemoths that they had for security at this place. Which, by the way, things were kept in line. What a vibe. No, because sometimes you have these fight nights. We've been to a couple.
No.
There's fights in the crowd.
You knocked my baby out. I'm gonna kick your ass when you lead the ring.
Yeah. But there was this guy who was fighting. His name, he goes by the name Bam Bam. He's from Miami.
Oh boy.
Right? And
Bam Bam, that's always
Bam Bam was cooking along in this fight, and he was fighting this kid, Dustin Bailey. And so Bam Bam's like working the jab, he's cooking, and then just for whatever reason, went Leroy Jenkins and went away from the game plan, and just Bam Bam ran into a right hand from hell. Boop! He got knocked out so bad. Like he had one of those involuntary, like crawled out of the rings. Like that's how hard he got hit. Because it was one of those where like the punch was hard, but he also ran his head into him. So
right.
it was
it's like when who got the 5-second knockout by kneeing somebody in the head?
Masvidal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So he loses. Bailey wins. Okay. They go and do the official announcement. And I don't know what happened, but very clearly something. I was very confused at the time because this is actually normally the time where I'm kind of resetting. I'm hearing the director in my ear. And he's like, we're going to go to this, after this, while Jason Anik, who's doing the reporting, and Mike's commentating. He's talking to Dustin. Dustin's like, he's like flexing in front of him. And then Jason's about to do the interview. And then like, I'm listening to the directors. He's like, we're going to do this. And then Mike's like, uh-oh. And then I'm like, what? And I look up and all hell is broken loose. Like all these security guards have like tackled Bam Bam. And like, they're going after the fighter. I was like, what happened? Apparently somebody said something with sass. I don't know what happened. And that had caused after he got knocked out. And
for sass,
Bam Bam took exception to it and he threw a punch at the guy apparently. And then all hell broke loose. All the security guards went after him. So he's in the ring, like waiting for them all to clear out. And then he has to go the other way. But I guess he explained on Instagram, they know each other from a long time. There's some beef there. So I don't know. It was a local tiff that had hit, but it went viral. It went everywhere where like this kid lost the fight and then security attacked him. It was crazy.
So he picked the time to be physical and aggressive right after he got knocked out.
Well, he was being physical and aggressive. Then he got knocked out, and then something was said, and he took exception to it. And
so he was friends with the guy that said something that wasn't.
They were ex-friends. I think ex-friends. According to him on Instagram, that's what I don't know the other guys.
I could tell you what he said. You got knocked the bleep out.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, dude, it was really cool. I mean, like we had the first two events were good. They were good, and it was Goosey's. Remember John Jones stopped by the booth. This one was like, it was nonstop. I mean, dude, Hector Lombard got knocked out by this like unknown guy, James Cannon. Hector Lombard's a legend. Now he is 47, but he's still very scary, and like was very mad at him. The kid knocked him out in 17 seconds. Just like swarmed him, hit him with some big left hands, and just like, whoo! His name's James Cannon. James Dat Loose Cannon. He went insane. It was, dude, it was a
that loose. Is he from Louisiana? Not many people say that.
I don't know. I don't think he is from Louisiana. I think he's from Cal. I can look it up. Got my notes in here. I got notes.
When you use DAT, that's usually
Dirty Boxing. Where's James?
Or Cincinnati. They'd use it too.
I feel like he's from Cali. Oceanside, California.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it was crazy. that was wild. Oh yeah, Brian Battle got cut by the UFC, and so Dirty Boxing signed him the next day, and he took on a guy named Derek Freitas. Derek Freitas didn't want to be in there and fight. Like he took 2 shots, and he was not. He was like, I'm done with this. So it was a crazy night, dude. That the weigh-in, I got the Micah Parsons news. I was like, what? We're all sitting around there. It was wild. I saw Micah Parsons out there practicing today with Green Bay. It is weird.
You know what? I'll tell you what. You know what make your back feel better? 136 guaranteed.
Yeah.
That back
Yeah,
get
well.
real nice. And
did you buy what Jerry was selling? Because he did say a lot of what you were, that was his spin about stopping the run. Like that was his whole thing.
Well,
or do you think that's his spin job?
Here's the problem. Let see if I can put it this way. If the Bengals didn't have or hadn't signed Jamar Chase or T. Higgins yet, and they had Joe Burrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals would go out and get receivers to accommodate Joe Burrow because you know what kind of talent he is. Nobody would come into a meeting and say, we had to trade Joe Burrow because he had nobody to throw it to. It is your job when you have a superstar to build a team around him.
Yep.
So it's not Micah's fault that you don't have any D line to get any push up the middle. And in fact, most people that have a talent like that on the outside will go out of their way to bolster that middle so that the action gets forced to the outside guy. So for Jerry to say at this juncture that we wasn't stopping the run means that you didn't have a good offseason.
Right. It was like, oh, you finally you just realized this just came to be.
Right. It's crazy. It's crazy how, and then you know who the beneficiary of all this is? The guy that just got a $98 million extension. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yeah.
I saw you the video of the fracas that happened at
Fracas?
Dirty Boxing this week. We'll take a break. We'll play a little All Right on No as we close today's show. We'll get some more of your chats, your calls. Back with more after this.
Way at Hard Rock Stadium. Canes are 1 for 4 on third downs. Empty backfield, Beck to throw. They rush 4. He steps up. He throws toward the end zone. It is caught. It's caught for a touchdown. Malachi Tony has it for a touchdown. Miami strikes first. Hard to throw. Looks. Spins out of the pocket. Chase back to the 20. Back to the 25. All the way back toward the 30-yard line. Trying to find a man. He's into the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Back to throw. Looking. Throws toward the end zone. It is. Caught for a touchdown. Daniels caught it in traffic. And they're going wild at Hard Rock Stadium. What a catch by C.J. Daniels, who makes an announcement. He's here in Miami. And Beck, one more moment of magic. Puts Miami in front 13-7. Third down for Beck from the 26. Back to throw. Looks, throws it in front. Malachi Tony. He's outside the number to 20, 15. Tony down to the 10-yard line and steps out of bounds at the Irish 10-yard line. Miami's got a first and goal. 15 yards for Malachi Tony.
Tony again running a precise route.
Second and goal just outside the 5. Right hash mark. Handoff goes to Brown. Breaks one tackle. Spins the other way for another. 3, 2, 1. He is. Let's see. What are they going to say?
The orange team says yes.
Touchdown, Miami! They push him into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Second down and 2 from the Irish 43. Warren throws it out right side, deflected in the air, still deflected there, intercepted by Bain. Bain's got it. He's off to the races. He's pushed out of bounds. Off a deflection. It's Roman Bain with the biggest defensive play of the night. Deflected in the air, and Bain returns it, and Miami has the ball.
Bain with the play.
Second and goal for the 7. Carr with 2 touchdown passes. Quarterback draw. He runs. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Doing an extra point of tying the game. 44-yard field goal attempt for the lead. 3 points, 44 yards for the lead. Snap is down. Kick is on the way. It's all going to be good. Carter Davis got it down the middle. He puts Miami in front 27-24 with 1:04 to go in the game. Far back to throw. Steps up. Got a lot of pressure. C.J. Carr sacked. Miami got him. Mesidor's there. Bain is there. Woods is there. Clock is running. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Notre Dame trying to get off a play. 2 seconds to go. Can they get off a play? It's all over. It's all over. Miami wins a magnificent finish. 27-24 is your final score.
Goosies galore.
Goosies. There you go. Joe Zagacki, DBJ on the call there this weekend on 104.3 FM. WQAM. Canes win 27-24. It's all happening for us, baby. What a start. What a start to the football season. That's how you start a football season right now.
It is. Funniest line out of all that, when you allow or when you say a defensive lineman is off to the races. I'm like, no, he's not.
Well, he tried.
I mean, but he's not off to the races. He's running.
The fact that he won the race to the ball is impressive.
Right. The fact that he got that pick on the sidelines and his start position was on the hash is incredible.
No, everybody's buzzing about him after this. They're like, that looks very much like a first round pick. They were like, everybody was talking about him yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, rightfully so. We'll see, man. That's a great start to the season against what was a very strong team. And I'm excited. Now the Canes, get we TCB this week. We look right against Bethune. Have ourselves a nice little, get work. We like to, work out some plays today. Have things happen.
Okay.
Make those 4th and 1s convert.
Then after Bethune is
South Florida.
Yeah,
South Florida and then Florida.
UF, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. All at home. A lot of home games to start. What's up with that? I feel like these are always. Is it just because it's easier
college.
to What's
It's
up with-
college. You play 12 games and 8 of them are at home.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like it's not 6 and 6.
Mm.
Now, I think what colleges should do is make you alternate. So you play 3 non-conference games, and then you go 2 on the road 1 year, 1 on the road the next year, and then you have to play, half conference games on and off the road.
Who did you guys play this weekend?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't pay. I see who they're playing, and I'm like, okay. I don't need to watch it. They do have the number 1 recruit in the country, though. The quarterback. He did pretty good.
Let's see. Who the hell did Michigan play this weekend?
San Jose something State.
New Mexico State?
New Mexico State. Is that it? That's
the Lobos?
No, I don't know.
Big Ten.
Yeah, they played New Mexico. They just played New Mexico.
Just New Mexico.
Yeah.
Not New Mexico State.
No, just New Mexico.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They
That
won
did-
34-17.
Let's just say that didn't,
That didn't
No.
register to you?
No. Somebody said Leroy played as a Viking with John Randall. Wasn't he fast? No. But you know who was fast? Randall McDaniel. Hall of Fame guard.
Mm-hmm.
When he came out of college, he was a tight end, or he was a tight end in college, and they moved him to guard so he could run. He was an athlete. I bet you he ran 4.6 for left guard. Pretty
Michael
good.
Beasley says, "Hey, do you know where we can catch Serbia Czech today at 2:15?" Yeah, courtside 1891. I'm pretty sure Michael Beasley, though, if you look on YouTube, Serbia is very lenient with the piracy. So just look up Serbia Czechia, and you'll find a YouTube link, dude. You will. But I got that app. Because I paid a year for it. But I've enjoyed it because it notifies me every time a game's on. I'm like, oh, great.
So it's reliant.
It's very reliant. It's a very good app. I think as far as sports app goes, courtside 1891, pretty damn good. I'm enjoying it.
Dude, some of the links you go to watch sports, I'm surprised every server that you're connected to isn't crashed.
No, it's very legit. It's a legit site.
Okay, I got you. Somebody said Marlins already losing.
Are they playing this afternoon?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's
late
2
play.
afternoon games.
Yeah, they started a little ago.
They play at 4 yesterday, right?
Oh yeah, they're down to the Nationals right now, 2-0. All right, we'll take a break. Play a little. All right. No, to close things out. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, I want to let you guys know one more time. We got a really cool thing going on. How would you guys like Zach Sealer? Sealer it on up to come visit your kid's elementary school. Well, if you guys want to find out about that, you guys can go to WQM.com. Because if you guys want the chance to have a Pro Bowler visit an elementary school of your choice, it could happen with Zach Sealer. He's on board to speak with the school. Go to WQM.com and enter an elementary school in Broward Dade for your chance to get a visit from Zach Sealer. He'll speak to the students, give them life lessons like how to live in an RV, become tough, maybe to rope cattle. I don't know. Guy's got a real story of perseverance. For contest rules, go to WQM.com. So Xavier Edwards was kicked out of the Marlins game. So I'm going to start with my oh no, just being Major League umpires, because he argued balls and strikes, which you can't do. But, dude, I'm sorry. In my day, you used to have to, like, keep giving the umpire the business. And Clayton McCullough came out here and he goes, I don't think I've ever seen Clayton McCullough this mad. I saw a clip during the break. I can't play it because he curses a lot. But he's like, you're telling me a major league player took issue with you and you threw him out in the first effing inning? You basically just took out our leadoff hitter? And of course he did, Clayton, because umpires are the worst. They are so sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Very sensitive. And Xavier Edwards got kicked out. So Clayton McCullough loses his mind. I'm watching him just blow a gasket on this umpire. And I hate them. My all right goes to Malachi Toney. That kid is good.
Yeah.
Wow. And I mean, wow. Leroy, you're all right? No.
My all right is going to go to Ruben Bain. It is fun watching him play. His energy. He's all over the football field. It's fun to watch. And it seems like everybody else on that defensive line, if they want to keep up, play exactly like him. So they're very active up front. It's the first time in a long time I've seen this team be able to get after a quarterback with just 4 consistently. And it all starts with him. So, yeah.
Okay, so I see what happened here, by the way. So he called a pitch on Augustine Ramirez, and I think Edwards shouted something from the dugout,
for sass.
And the umpire just steps back and gives him the old heave-ho. You got to be better than that, dude, from the dugout.
Right.
Ugh, the worst. Anyway, what's your all no?
My oh no is you.
What?
Oh, no. Let me explain to you guys why. I am watching the game in the comforts of my home.
Yep.
Having some wings.
Mm-hmm.
Had a couple of cider boys.
Okay.
Enjoying what is a hell of a football game.
By the way, I taught you about cider boys.
Yes. But periodically, during the course of the game, while I'm watching the game, I get a text. Wow! And so I look at my buddy, and I'm like, something just happened. He goes, how do you know? Because we're 5 seconds behind, and my dumb friend keeps texting me. So now we get to the field goal, and now I'm looking at my phone. I'm not even watching the damn TV because I want to know, did he make it? He lines it up. He don't even kick it yet. Hoot! Comes across my phone. The game is not fun. I can't even get the nerves.
Same thing happened to me, but I let it.
I apologize.
I can't even enjoy the game.
I'm watching on antenna because I'm watching on the so I'm getting it faster than you.
So it's like now my friend who's at my house eating my chicken wings, enjoying my beverages, goes, did you get a message yet? What happened? watch it. I'm like, get out. Get out.
Sorry.
You ruined it.
I'm sorry.
I think you deserve the oh no. That would make me really mad.
I apologize.
For the whole game, at all the critical moments, like when that great catch happened, before it even happened. Wow. I'm like, I don't know what happened, but something great happened. Either through a pick or a touchdown. And then, whoa, I'm like, oh my goodness. I couldn't even enjoy it.
Well, you know what? The one good thing about that is that, let's say you were kind of entertained by, like, let's say your guest. The good thing was that you got the message and you were able to concentrate on what was going to happen next.
Yeah,
because once he said, since I was out with my friends, when he sent that text, I immediately went to the television to make sure I didn't miss whatever he was referring to.
No, but then my friend starts asking me,
I won't text anymore.
What happened?
So
Before we watch it on TV, because he knows that I have a friend who's got like a hot mic and he's sending it over to me.
Well, keep it muted next time.
You know who texts? You know who texts? Who had a
I don't know
super
how
long,
to unmute.
You know who's super long on the delay? Our boy Martin. I was like, he was texting me like 2 minutes. I'm like, what are you watching? Like a feed from like the Philippines? Like what the hell's going on here? Like
He's on that same link you're watching Eurobasket.
I was already like in a bathroom break. He goes, wow, what a kick. I'm like, I know, dude.
Except if he was on that link, he'd be watching like way in the future. So no.
So like, I'm just like I'm like, really?
All right, I won't do it anymore. I'm sorry.
Or
you
just
find
find
ways to get upset at
Right.
Tobin, even outside in the weekend. Like,
No, Tobin, just be delayed in your messages. Like, just wait, like count 5 seconds and then send.
He can't.
Just gets over.
You know what? This is what he'll do. Brittney, this is what he did. Because I told him about this before. He'll send googly eyes. He'll just send stuff like that, right? So now I'm like, what happened? No, I'm not gonna tell you. So
But it only happens for games that are like on broadcast. Like the Dolphins game is going to happen because I get those games. Like, I get you. I'm sorry. I won't do it anymore. You know? Sorry. Anyway, Jennifer, all right. Oh, no.
Well, besides this amazing start to the football season, I'm not going to continue like repeating what you guys say, but I will give credits and flowers to our one and only BT, Brendan Tobin.
Right.
He was doing his thing, and I'm really proud of him and his whole dirty boxing. How it just keeps on going for you, and I'm so happy for you. Even though people are calling you Walmart Joe Rogan,
there's nobody.
Oh no, for them.
I'm gonna say this.
I mean, Joe Rogan is the OG. Like, listen, before he became the biggest podcaster on the planet, that was his thing. He was the voice of the UFC. But I know, like, Mike Goldberg and now John Anik, of course, are the play-by-play guys. But Joe's, like, I think everybody you first thought UFC broadcaster, you think Joe Rogan. So
there's nobody who is in
your dollar store.
No, there's nobody who's in to the fight game.
And it just makes you so happy for your friend that he's out here like, doing his own thing.
I'm more amazed that in all of my years of going to these dumps to see some of these cards with him.
I have to call them dumps.
Dude.
They were dumps.
We fought in a hangar. We went to
the hangar is nice. The place we went to we went to a convention center.
We went to a convention center. What about when we went to a skate park?
We went to an arcade to watch a fight.
Yeah, we went to an arcade.
We basically
a guy who just won a fight was standing in line for fries and a cheeseburger right after me.
He's right.
Like, yeah, but this is no exaggeration.
I didn't take it to Hialeah for one, Hialeah racetrack.
So here's the deal.
No slander on the Hialeah racetrack, okay? I loved that place when I was.
Here's the thing you need to know about Tobin. As long as I've known him, he's never screwed up a fight game name from whatever country. Never. He can't say spell enjoy. But he ain't gonna miss from, I don't care where you are in the world, he will get your name right.
He makes me want to go out to one of those events.
It's fun.
They look great.
You guys need to come out to an event. I think
Shaq being there? Hello.
That was crazy.
That's
I had no
amazing.
idea Shaq was going to be there. So much fun.
By the way,
Yeah.
I watched the video. Was it not one of the guards that said something to him? Because he was standing in the ring.
Yes, that's what
Right.
happened.
Okay.
The guard said something to him. He hit the guard, and then all hell broke loose.
Right.
But the guard did say something to him, and he's saying that the guard, apparently they know each other a long time, and he didn't take, he's like, I'm sure he's like, I just got knocked out. Like, really? You're going to say something to me now?
Right.
Did your microphone end up working, or is it like your
Yes.
earpiece?
The production crew was top
Much
notch.
better.
Top notch. I did not get stuck in my ear. I liked all the way that went. Yes, that went well. That went well. And I got to see my boy Ara and Mama Ara because I need to get that suit cleaned. What's your oh no, Jennifer?
Your fans out here calling you Walmart or Joe Rogan.
Oh no!
It's funny, but
Brittney, besides your voice, all right, oh no, what do you got for us?
No, okay, so I'm gonna go with my all right first. It's so
I
bad.
love it so much.
No, it's so bad.
I'm telling you, if you don't exercise it, it's gonna sound much
No,
worse.
it sounds worse when I don't talk.
Brittney was at the Canes game yesterday. For those wondering
Yes,
why she
it
sounds
was.
like that.
It was.
You go, girl.
So my all right is gonna go to my friends for giving me an extra ticket.
I'm happy for
because,
you.
Yeah, I was excited. I tried to convince myself that I didn't want to go to the game. I was
Don't
like,
do
no,
that.
I don't want to go to that. What?
How wet did you get?
Leroy?
Dude, it looked like a monsoon.
Soaked. I was literally, when the rain came, we had to hold the tents. I was holding on the tents like this, and the wind was blowing, and the rain was blowing on me.
Where'd you have your
Saw my
drink?
friends doing that. Drink.
Where'd you have your
We were
drink?
Barbecuing.
My drinks?
Yeah,
Oh,
your
we had them
drink.
on the table, and then I was saying I had a buzz ball, and I kept drinking my buzz ball while holding down the tent. Yeah,
Wow.
it was
Unbelievable.
intense. Yeah, it was unbelievable. I was swimming. My shoes were like.
You sounded like
Oh, man.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, I was like. So my all right goes to that because I'm happy that I got to experience that.
And your oh no?
And my oh no will go to Ferrari.
Oh no!
No, because I was happy about college football, and I chose to have
My
the
voice
memory of a goldfish.
hurts just listening to you.
It's so bad. I'm so sorry to everyone. I really do.
No, we
I
need to take our
apologize.
hats off to you for powering through this entire show. Right?
You did amazing, sweetie.
They both DNF'd, which means they did not finish the race. So, yeah, my oh no goes to Ferrari.
Why is Ferrari seems like they have a plan, something against them? Because it's not
I
even
don't know what it
close.
is. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, well, that is our show today, everybody. Hope you all had a happy Labor Day. Thank you for spending some of your holiday with us. We will be back with you guys tomorrow. It's back to the grind. It's the last holiday, man, until the real holidays. So let's get ready for football. Go Canes. Get ready to go Finns this week. Go Serbia. All right, too much. Take a break. Till tomorrow. Talk to you then. Bye.